For over 50 years, people have come to see the Sharks play. Talent, skill, speed, intelligence, elite-level athleticism. That's not these guys. Biased, one-eyed, opinionated. More often wrong than right. They make up for their complete lack of talent with pure dribble, gibberish, and enthusiasm. This is the ET Stand Podcast.
That's right. Don't adjust your sets. It is once again a State of Origin simulcast between Waz Up TV and the ET Stand Podcast. And this time we get to play in the home colours of the ET Stand rather than our friends over there at Waz Up TV. Levon is joining me, our new good friend. And boy, didn't you get the points over me last time the Warriors played the Sharks.
Mate, I'm feeling good. I'm still buzzing over that win, man. I can't believe it. But look, I'm a humble man. I don't like to be too, but it is nice. It is nice to win at Shark Park. It's and it's to do it in that fashion, bro. I swear that was a little bit tough on you boys, man. It's been embarrassing, to be honest.
Well, were the Sharks bad or the Warriors good? That is the question we are going to answer during tonight's show. But yes, this is a live watch along. So the idea of this, gang, is that we're watching the State of Origin at the same time as you are. Given that it's Warriors and Sharks, we're not greatly interested in the State of Origin. It's a great high-quality rugby league match. At least there is one Warriors player in this team. I leave on there are no Sharks. So we'll just watch along. We've got a few guests joining us. So we've got Stormy Daniel, again, joining us from Stormcast. We have Rob from On the Ranch is going to be joining us first. And that On the Ranch, of course, being the North Queensland Cowboys podcast. And then Troy from ParraCave is going to come on and tell us about how much better Jerome Luai was over Mitchell Moses. So we'll be chatting all things footy for a couple of hours. So do keep us company and get involved in the comments. Now, we're going to do one last entry into our comment competition. So for those that might have watched us last time, the best comment of the evening goes into the draw to win a prized displayware. You hang these up on your wall. So not the Shine Sharks jersey, not that some of you would want that, but you get the unit. What you can do is it's very easy to change the jersey on your wall. So you just put the jersey on that, pop that on the wall. So there are currently 9 entrants. So we will have a 10th entrant. So one of you legends gets to win that prize thanks to displayware.com.au. And sadly, because I'm moving things around my house, I used to have a big display thing over there. Levon, you'd have a whole bunch of retro classic jerseys. What's your best classic jersey that you might want to display?
I'll always love the 95 away jersey. That's one of our favorites across the fan base. The white and then the green, red, and blue. Everyone loves it. So that's one of the favorites for sure. But just on the comments, bro, I know Waz Up TV, we've got some creative commenting people in the chat. I expect them to have a good show tonight.
So there are already 2 Waz Up TV people in the draw. So we have Toilet Inspector. You've got a chance of winning. And Samoan Metalhead. You are also in the chance. So the 2 of you are amongst the 9. So the 9 of the regular watchers: Stuart Campbell, Ben Turner, James Munro, Toilet Inspector, SJD, Samoan Metalhead, Darbs, Hayden S, and then Stuart Campbell again because he had the funniest comment in the last show. So let's just get through some of these comments just straight off the bat. So Jazz Tamatia in the comments says Stormy Daniels. So Jazz, Stormy Daniels is the name of Daniel, who is the Storm podcast guy. So he calls himself Stormy Daniels. He is almost as attractive as the other Stormy Daniels, who I would discourage you from Googling. Let's just not say that we will do that. And as we are, how many minutes away from kickoff, Levon? We'd have to be 15 minutes from kickoff.
15 away,
15 away. So we'll go through that and we'll talk Origin a little bit. So Rob from On the Ranch will no doubt be talking Tom Dearden and the Cowboys players that are in Queensland. So we're getting him on first, aren't we, Levon, just to make sure that he can be relevant.
Start him off.
Good.
So he's got a chance, and then we don't want to get him at halftime or anything. We might be a bit upset by then.
Yeah, exactly. Now, according to Tanya, Samoan Metalhead is at the game.
Yes, Metalhead is in Perth. So if he does win the draw, he might have to send across to to Perth. But yeah, he's at the game.
We'll work it out. Well, that will be no problem at all.
Do you ever
All
give
right.
those things a cuddle? Do you ever give them a little bit of a cuddle? Those you know, the
I don't
play
give those
wear?
a cuddle, but I should show you my bed. So I have a Cronulla Sharks doona, right?
Oh,
And-
come on, bro. Come on.
And I put it on the bed as a joke before I went to Las Vegas, and then I'd forgotten that I'd put it on as a bed, and I got home, and so then it was. It's been on the bed ever since because I obviously wash all the sheets in one hit. And then I'm looking up the top of my wardrobe, and I'm like, well, I can't really bring myself to reach up to change the doona cover, so I just keep putting the Sharks one back on. So I've currently got a Cronulla Sharks doona cover, a Sharks pillow. My bed's tragic, to be honest, but it is very funny.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Living your dream, you know, living your youthful dream still. It's fantastic.
All right, let's get through these comments, shall we, Levon? So 2.0, regular.
This is my favorite man. 2.0. I love you, brother.
Saying, come on, the Blues, give it to Sookie Slater and the Toads. We will discuss whether or not we think, or what we think of those comments. Jazz is in the comments saying, up the Blues, baby, let's go. Daniel Berry Sports highlights. Happy Wednesday, Raps. So g'day to you as well, legend. Jose. Oh, we love Jose, don't we?
He's fantastic. He's fantastic.
He is just the best. Like, he's one of the best viewers on the ET stand, and he's a Warriors fan. We love that guy. Jazz, I'm so sorry. But yes, I don't think we'll ever be picking Kennedy over Charles Nickel Clockstone.
That was gold, though, when I came over.
Tell that story, Levon.
Oh, you know, everyone in the chat that knows, especially while I was on TV, Boldo convinced me that Kennedy was the Dally M winning or leading at fullback at the time. And we agree with him. We let her have it on our side. We go over there. And the first thing Boldo says is, he can't bloody catch a ball. He's not going to win the Dally M, is he? And I said, you've just told me that this guy's a potential Dally M winning fullback on the other side.
That was on your channel 2 hours earlier.
And you changed your mind within 2 hours. It's crazy. The flip-flop in this man is... Oh,
that's true. 2.0 has just come through with a comment saying, expecting Latrell to have a rip snorter tonight. So let's chat to that, Levon, and get your comments in, gang. Who do you think is going to have a rip snorter of a game tonight? Levon, who are you looking forward to seeing play?
I think Latrell will have a quiet, solid game. I expect probably one of the Queensland guys to really try and push, maybe a Coates or one of their forwards. I'd say Haas again would be dominant. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I probably professional job. I don't think anyone's going to just tear it up. But yeah, I can't really say who right now.
That's just the worst sitting on the fence we've ever seen since we had Nico Hines and Metcalf, and who should be in the halves. Combined simulcast.
Look, yeah, I just can't pick anyone right now. Maybe Fidel might score a double. I'm just thinking the Queensland boys that some of them are gonna have a big match because they've got to prove something. But
they certainly have more to lose, don't they?
Yeah, they do. So
certainly have more to lose. I just think you can't go past the number 6s. And so when you think about famous state of origin players in the famous number, the Queensland 6, I think, is probably the most famous of the jerseys, I would say. And so it's tough to go past Cameron Munster as being the standout player.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me, though, if Dearden comes out and blitzes them. Rob's just joined us in the green room. Rob, we'll give you 90 seconds before we get you in, and we're going to ask Rob from the On the Ranch podcast who he thinks is going to have the star game. Dearden did absolutely carve the Sharks up one time. He's fast and creative and bloody painful when he plays against you, I can tell you. So Dearden could easily have a big one. But then again, I've been banging on about how good Jerome Luai also is. So I think it's the story of the Sixers tonight.
Lomax might get a double. Lomax might get a double or a hat trick. Something like that. Yeah.
Maybe.
Dearden's probably a big one. Yeah, Luai. I don't know. I just don't see them really blowing out the Queenslanders tonight. But, who knows? Who knows?
All right. Well, speaking of a Queensland who's used to having his team blown out, sorry, Rob, just stitching you up there. Rob from the On the Ranch podcast. Geez, that's a tough introduction, isn't it?
See you later.
Oh, mate, how you doing? Welcome to the
Very
show.
good, very good. Very good. Good to see us. How are we?
Mate, very well. We just, Levon and I pre-show, we're just chatting about where we thought the Cowboys would end up and where they were finishing. Look, you're only 3 points off the Sharks in 5th, 1 point off the Dolphins in 6th. You're certainly not out of this comp. How are you feeling about the Cowboys season before we get to Queensland?
It's looking a bit rough. Is probably the honest.
You're in it
at the moment. Yeah. Well, look, the table is a little bit. I don't know. It's skewed a bit. We've had 2 buys, and I think that's helped us to be where we are. So I think things need to turn around in the next couple of weeks, starting this week probably. Otherwise, yeah, we're just leaking too many points at the moment, and not having our good man Dearden there last week definitely didn't help. So let's hope he has a safe game tonight. Carves up some blue backline there, and yeah, we'll see.
Rob, what do you make of what do you make of Peyton? What do you make of Peyton? I mean, I enjoyed him for his brief stint at the Warriors. I thought he was a good coach. We actually wanted to try and get him. How have you enjoyed him as a coach? Do you rate him? Is he lacking the talent needed to take a step further, or are you in the mindset as a fan that maybe, hey, we would need to look to another coach at some point?
No, I think he's doing a good job with what he's got available at the moment. There's been a lot of shuffle around. You know, we lost a whole bunch of experience last year, so he's got that to deal with. There's been 3 or 4 halves combinations already starting this season, and any team that has that many halves combinations to start off is going to struggle. So I think he's building something. It just needs. It might need a little bit of that buy-in. I don't know if he's got that 100% across the board yet. But aside from that, there could be, it could be any number of things happening behind closed doors, but I wouldn't believe too much of it. I think he's pretty good. He turned us around in 2023, and you know, it's been circumstance since then. A lot of injuries have cruelled us, and that loss of experience is hurting. So it's just a matter of rebuilding, and I think give it another couple of years and he should be fine. Having said that, I don't know if he's got the full backing of the board yet, and that's always a death knell for any coach. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
All right, let's go through this Queensland team, shall we? Given that we've got Rob, you're going to be a pretty big expert on this Queensland team. Mate, there's a few Cowboys and ex-Cowboys in there. What stands out for you amongst this team, mate?
Well, Tom Dearden, obviously, in that number 7, replacing Daly Cherry Evans, which is going to be that's a big change. Whether it's for the good or bad, we don't know yet, but we know what Dearden's capable of. So it's just a matter of whether or not he executes, and whether everyone else in the park buys into what he's selling as well. So not just him, obviously with the rest of the Cowboys there, you know, I don't want to say Hamaso and Kalen, but they are ex-Cowboys, as you're aware. You know,
and Valentine.
And Valentine, of course. Yes.
Team.
You got more ex-Cowboys than Cowboys almost.
Well, almost. It's adding up, but
it's 3 and 3, isn't it?
Bit of talent across the park there, so we won't say anything about that.
It must be a great time for you watching State of Origin. You're just always so relevant in State of Origin time, as opposed to the Sharks and the Warriors, who've just got absolutely no players.
Well, the Warriors I can understand. I mean, that's different, but the Sharks, look. It's not like the Sharks haven't had representation in the past. So
that's true.
Swings and roundabouts.
Rob, we've got a request here for you.
Okay.
Which is, we'll just throw up the comment here. No, not Cape World Double. Make Rob say Tino's name.
Yeah, I see that's from Morgan Holmes Evans, who is co-contributor on the Ranch podcast.
I thought Morgan was a co-contributor. How are you, Morgan?
He's trying to stitch me up.
Is that Morgan Holmes Evans? Is that
that's it? That's him.
So you can have a crack at it, Rob, or what?
Tino for Malawi.
Oh, geez, you're so good, aren't you? Now, for those that have not listened to the On the Ranch podcast before, they are incredibly learned and intellectual rugby league fans, but they're also very funny. Nah, you're smarter than you guys let on, Rob. You make out that you guys don't know what you're talking about. You guys are pretty bloody good rugby league fans. Don't try and give me that. It's half of it's an act. I know that it's an act.
Oh, look, it's yeah, okay, a little bit of it's an act.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit of it's an act. So who's going to stand out in this Queensland team, mate? Come on, who's your big performance? Where's it coming from?
Yeah, like I say, anywhere across the park, couldn't it be? I think Harry Grant's got to step up compared to last game by a long way. I think last game was probably one of his worst in the Queensland colours in a long time. Kurt Capewell's going to be interesting. That recall is odd, but it might be there for a little bit of stability and experience. Lindsay Collins always has a good game. Pat Carrigan off the bench will be good impact. I want to see how Robert Toya goes again for his second game. He was great in the first one. So despite the score and the result, but you know, everyone across the park's got to step up this week. So
it has to be Munster. Munster's got to own it.
Has to be Munster.
It's all on him.
Munster's got to own his part. He can be an X factor when he's on, but he needs the space too. So the New South Wales pack is big. So
but for Dearden, I'm thinking, bro, he's been typically playing six. Like it's a massive change for him, and I don't expect massive things from him. But Munster's the most experienced, and he just has to dominate the other halves. He has to dominate Lua and Cleary somehow and find a way. That's for me. That's how I see it. But
yeah, you're not wrong. Not wrong at all.
Yeah.
Well, he's the elite level player. But also, what about Kalen Ponga? It's been a couple of Origin matches before we've seen him go just absolutely cut loose at this level, hasn't it? So they've got the potential in them. But last time they just got done in by a simple game plan by Daly in the bigger forwards. So you're right, it does come down to that. And sometimes it doesn't matter how good your halves are. They can get done in by the forward pack. All right, well, and rather annoyingly, oh, look, you know how much I love the Blues team. So there is not a single Sharks player in the Blues team. So for those that know me, know that I only support the teams with Sharks players in them. So I'd have to say I hate most of these guys just as I hate the Queensland team, to be honest. I like Luai, though. It's a star-studded back line, strong forwards, good halves. It's a pretty solid team, Levon, isn't it?
Like even taking out putting in Max King in for Barnett, that's a nice like-for-like replacement. Back rows, absolutely solid. Like the selections that they've had over the last 2 or 3 years, they're all there. So this is swings and roundabouts as well. We've had series where the Blues have been ruined by injury, and the Queenslanders have had all their players as well. So it's good to see we're pretty much healthy, barring one change. They should be favourites, and they should dominate based off that. And especially with all the change happening around Billy, I don't think those comments helped, and him having to
think it did help.
You think so? You think they're going to draw on it? No, I think so. I don't think so.
All right, as the Blues come out onto the field on my broadcast, so we might be a couple seconds behind anyone who's watching on the free-to-air TV. So try not to spoil it too much for us, or you'll see our reaction live. No, I didn't mind it, actually. Well, for starters, Aaron Woods, he's not the greatest commentator or player or person to be commenting, really. So I agreed with Billy. I didn't mind it. Rob, what was your take on the whole fiasco?
I told you I wasn't going to go into this.
I know, but we've got to talk about it, don't we?
That's fine. Look, like I said, Woods isn't really anyone to cast aspersions, in my opinion, but he did. He's in that media circus now, and that's what they do. They all do it, and they just do it for the clicks originally.
True. That's true.
I'm not so sure Billy needed to respond.
Great point.
But I didn't see the full presser whether or not he was actually asked about it. So
he was proactively asked, and he had the response.
Again, it's media driven. Between them, there's probably nothing. There's probably no major bad blood between them. I think even Billy said like he met him, ran into him a few weeks before that, and there was no drama. So, that's just how they are. No one can say anyone's a grub. They're all grubs. They're footy players. That's what you do. You get under people's skin any way you can. These days, it's a lot harder to do. There's microphones and cameras everywhere, but they still do it. I wasn't a massive fan of Billy when he was playing for the Storm.
True.
But when he put on the maroon,
well, he used to kick players in the head when they were scoring tries.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. And there's of course, people hunted down when he's saying things to people in the
What
heat
about
of the moment.
So the Sharks fans, we're still bitter about 2018, where he should have been suspended for the grand final, but he shoulder charged one of the Sharks guys. I think it was Gallen when he was going in to score and then we didn't score, and he should have been sent off or sin bin for that incident. And the Sharks didn't get enough for it. And then there was all the talk, oh well, he should have been suspended the next week, as we see the national anthem getting played. Look, it's a fine line, and so the Sharks and the Cowboys play for the Paul Green medal, don't they, Rob? And so, you know, it's a name that, look, we both cherish and really like that player and coach. So whenever he gets brought up, if it's not in the most positive light, then it raises a few eyebrows. And so, but it's also nice to talk about Paul Green. He was such a great player and champion of both clubs.
I don't know that Billy meant it the way he did. He's already come out today and apologised for using it. I think it was an off-the-cuff sort of thing that he remarked and then probably immediately regretted it.
Words started rolling off the tongue. You started, your next thought comes in straight away, and then you just follow that thought when really, like, crap, I've said that.
And Billy had a point. The media fire up and fire into these players, and look how much attention Latrell Mitchell gets. And that's the reason. And they all have got these self-imposed media bans now for that reason. And so he's got a point that the people in that media circus do have a responsibility to not slag people off all the time. It's what they do, and it's I don't.
What's his clickbait?
Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't watch NRL 360, or the only thing I subscribe to is Fox League, and even then I scroll past 90% of the posts. So it's
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you have your own podcast, Rob. If you're not happy with the rugby league news that gets broadcast, then you just create your own.
We created it. Yeah, that's part. Yeah, that's it. We partially created it because there was nothing on the Cowboys. That's how it is.
It is similar to us with the Warriors, and we had to generate our own content, really.
That's right.
It's a good way of going super deep.
And deep diving. That's it too. Yeah,
and it would be nice.
Like, I'm only interested in Sharks.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Yep.
We don't talk about other teams.
We have a segment at the end where we talk about the other teams for about 5 minutes, and we'll obviously talk about the other teams when we get to it. We'll go through everyone's comments in a second, just before kickoff. Rob, give us your rundown. Who do you hate from this New South Wales team? Who just does your head in?
Oh, geez. These days I don't hate many players. I'm getting a bit old, so everyone's pretty good. But Angus Crichton tends to annoy me a little bit. It's just because he
get it in the comments. Who do you not like in this game?
I used to like him, and I actually don't mind him at the Roosters, but just when it's that blue jersey, I don't like it at all. Spencer Leniu, obviously, he's got a history there, but I don't hate him. He's playing the bad guy. Payne Haas, I think, is overrated, probably because he's a Bronco.
Payne Haas is overrated, isn't he? Best New South Wales forward, my ass.
I don't think so.
Reece Robson, I love. I don't care what he's wearing. Actually, till the end of this year, anyway.
Till he goes to the Roosters.
Yeah, that's it. Luai, he plays the villain, and he plays it well, and he likes doing it. I don't actually mind him in Tigers colours. I didn't mind him in Panthers colours, but anyway, game's about to start.
There he is. The game is about to start. All right, we'll switch to we'll turn that view off and we will switch on.
Is Alfie about to take the kick?
I don't know if Alfie is about to take the kick, actually. There we go. Look at how the backgrounds just happen to work out for me with the way that I've lined that up. What we've got there, what is that? Wade Graham and David Clemmer.
Is that who that is? Between two thorns, that is.
That is. Well, just much like that as they kick off to Payne Haas, don't they? All right, let's go through some of these comments, and we'll keep an eye on this match. Let's just go through of that. Jazz in the comments saying they've not heard the term rip snorter for ages.
I think that's an Aussie one.
I think rip snorter is certainly an Aussie-ism. There's, I think, 36 watching across both channels. So hello to everyone who's watching with us.
Hey, everyone.
This is the watch along with the State of Origin. So we're watching along. So the idea is that you have us up on one screen. Get involved in the comments and chat to us whilst we're keeping an eye on the game, and we'll keep you abreast of the major happenings.
Oh,
It's a good start.
Oh, that is a good start for you, isn't it? Who kicked that?
I didn't see. I was too busy checking your stream out.
that was Luai.
It would have been
Luai,
Luai.
Yeah, Luai. All right, Tanya in the comments says that Dearden's going to carve it up, as does Jazz. Jose is saying Luai. Jazz is calling out, I saw a typo in another chat before. The dickhead said up the morons. That's a bit harsh.
That's original.
Jose's,
That's
Yeah.
original.
Jose is saying, let's go Cape War.
Hey.
Oh, we've also got another request in here, actually, that I saw that. There we go. Rob now has to say that one.
Oh, hang on. Let me have a look. Rob now. Which one?
Well, Queensland on the attack. Here we go. It's up on the screen. Here we go. Oh, they're already looking better, Queensland, aren't they?
They
might even score this. They might even score this set, mightn't they? Here we go. Looking a bit slicker. There's Dearden. Jeez, he's so nippy in attack, isn't he? Oh, I'm right, Rob, that Dearden was just a pain in my ass when you guys played us and you knocked us out. Or you didn't knock us out, but you beat us in the Valentine Holmes 2-point.
Yeah.
No, Munster. Yeah, Dearden. He's just such a pain. So good. And I mean that from a respectful, he's just difficult, dangerous when he gets the ball.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
He's good.
Yeah. Here we go.
Anyone
Morgan's
else?
just stopped you in. Rob practices the names before bed every night, so it's good to get one away early. Love the feed, guys. Jazz is challenging me to say Nikora. It's Nikora. I believe it's how you say it.
Nikora, yeah.
Nikora.
That's pretty good, Jazz. It's fine.
There we go, Jazz. That's pretty fine. Was HQ. I can confirm that Aaron Woods will not be player of the game. Now A is saying New South Wales 30 plus. And Chris Hilliard in the comments saying, I love Zach Lomax. I hate Zach Lomax, Christopher Hilliard. And not as much as I hate Mitchell Moses, though. Mitchell Moses is the worst. Here we go. So Cleary is bombing this time. Let's see.
It's scored.
It's going to be a penalty for offside, isn't it?
Oh, was it?
Oh, they got the result. Are they still penalising for when you run past the catcher? Remember they had started last year. They penalised everyone for if you.
You mean the disruptors?
Disruptors, yeah.
The disruptors. How much of a joke is the disruptors? So what happens here?
I know,
Ponga goes up.
They make one rule and then they change it like the next week.
Sure, you're a rugby league podcast. Surely you know that that's what they do.
Yeah, but I hate it. It's annoying.
Geez.
Go,
Rob. They've got to hold them out here this set, don't they?
Yeah. Don't like.
They do look better already, despite that Ponga mistake. Luai, such a beast. All right, you guys keep watching. You alert me if anything's going to happen as I keep going.
I'm going to be quiet while I'm paying attention.
Jose saying he's going to put me in a timeout. Peter Coventry in the comments saying go Queensland. And then Jose saying up the Warriors. Jose, the Warriors aren't playing, mate. So sorry.
Don't put my chat in their place.
Mate, your chat puts me in my place every time I appear on your stream. So here we go. Fourth tackle for me. Blues on the attack here. To'o asking for a 6 again. He's not going to get it.
No, he does.
He's going to get it.
I'm a little ahead of you. Maybe I should pause it.
Nah, it's all right. You just tell us what's going to happen, Rob, because then I know when to look.
We just we're generally ahead of things up here.
Here we go. Pete Commentary in the comments. Hey, Boldo, Blues and Sharks suck donkey balls. Good to see a proud Queenslander on the stream. Give him hell, Robs. Geez, that's a bit harsh, Pete.
Yeah.
I like Pete.
Morgan. Pete's my co-host as well. Oh, there we go.
So Pete is my man who loves a 51 plus bet on the Cowboys. It's Pete, isn't it, Rob?
Yep, that is Peter.
Pete is absolutely ridiculous human, but incredibly funny. So shout out to you, Peter. Good to see you on the stream, mate.
Writes all his own jokes.
Yeah, right. This is just one of those slingshot around the back plays. Stephen Crichton just trying to go quick.
A little bit of rain there, maybe.
little bit of rain.
There was. I thought I saw a bit before
Before, yeah.
telecast. Yeah, or before the anthem and that.
So who's there in the coaching box with Daly? That was Daly, Matt King, and who was that forward? What's that guy's name?
Matt King is like the forever assistant. I've seen him in the coaching box for the last 15 years. And for the Roosters, the Blues. Oh, strip.
Oh,
Nah, come on.
geez, that was a fortunate 50-50, Rob.
Loose carry, knock on.
They look like
There you go, a bit of argy-bargy. There's often argy-bargy in game
Love
two,
a good
isn't it?
argy-bargy.
Oh,
Love a good
challenge
argy-bargy.
too.
They challenged it early. Oh, see what happens.
Yeah, that is early.
That is quite early.
They want to be confident here.
You're going to make sure of it because they're quite picky on this type of stuff.
Had a hand on it, but
Oh, no, that's an error. That's not a strip.
that's
That's a good.
I reckon that's a
challenge.
strip.
for Sul Malawi.
No. The ball, you see, he actually pulls across to the top of the head. He's actually just. I actually just think he's just retracting his hands back, and the ball comes out.
I can't hear the commentary, so I got no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I've got mine on quiet as well.
That's a New South
They
Wales-
gave it. They gave it.
Yep.
They gave it.
Oh, there you go. That's fortunate. Good challenge. I so rarely see successful good challenges in rugby league, so I don't actually know what one looks like. Rob, how are the Cowboys going on the challenges?
Not great. That was a forward pass.
Do you guys still hate Kieran Foran? Was it? What was that? 20? What year was that? 20?
Yeah. No, don't.
That was
Yeah.
a rough one, man.
Yeah,
That was
we do,
a
but
rough
we
one.
don't.
7 tackle.
And
7
it-
tackle.
The
I
old
don't
hand,
ask Rob about the damn 7 tackle
Okay,
with me
I'm
on
sorry.
the
I
show,
just at the top of
Levon.
my head. It was just in.
Goodness
Oh,
me.
here we go. Oh, looks like a try, boys. The Blues.
It looks like a try to the Blues. Toto in the corner after a grubber kick through.
after a
I
bodgy
think-
penalty and a repeat set as usual.
Jeez. That's just a touch unfortunate, isn't it? Let's have a look at this one. The Blues are definitely going to be better with Luai over Moses, aren't they?
That is just a bounce of the ball.
There we go. Cleary to Luai, who puts the kick
Torres
through.
onside, yeah. It's a little bit soft for Queensland again. Just you got to be more. You
It's
got
a
to do
bounce
better
of the
there.
ball there. I mean, there's not much you can do about that.
Just trying to see. I suppose Toya comes in. He's holding for Crichton. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, true. Actually, just comes off his knee, so there's no intent
Yeah.
to actually kick it that way. Yeah,
It's
it's
a
very cool.
second.
He
sort of
kind of
kick.
pushes it for his knee a little bit, doesn't he? Do you rate Toto?
Oh, I love Toya.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
rate him. I rate
Not
him.
tonight, but most nights.
Not tonight. Not in general. All right, let's go through some of these comments. Here he is, Toilet Inspector. Hi, guys, up the cane toads. Toilet Inspector, you're in the draw tonight for the best comment from game one, so you can definitely win that. And then Tahi Bro, Krista Cleary, name them all. I think saying that Cleary's going to have a good game. And 2.0 saying, how ironic is it that they kick when Spencer isn't on? And Tahi Bro's asking for the timestamp.
Nice kick off the post.
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
And then, Rob, have you shushed your own guys?
Say again.
Have you just shushed your own guys, or who's Rob H?
Yeah,
He jumped in the
That's-
chat. Nice.
that's me.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just shushing your own guys. Yeah, well, look, we're all three podcast hosts. It's difficult keeping control of you guys on these shows.
Yeah.
And Tahi Bro's correcting us, saying it was the disruptor penalty.
Okay.
All right. And yeah, Jazz saying, boys, Ari, the Nicola, it was a tongue-in-cheek comment referring to the Aussie commented remix. Is him the Nicola or Nicola? Sorry, pet hate. Yeah, Jazz.
Well,
Well, was
Tagatese.
quite-
Remember Tagatese?
I'll tag a Tesse.
Tangatese.
I'll tell you a good Sam Tagatese.
He's one of your
story.
boys. He's one of your boys, yeah.
He is. So Sam Tagatese, he was always on the bench for the Sharks, and we're 4 rows behind the Sharks bench on the ET stand. And I would always call out to Tagatese, and he was one of my all-time favorite players. So I would always scream out with my loud booming voice, "Come on, Togo, come on, go and kill him," and like just cheering him on. So anyway, the Sharks inevitably win the grand final, and I'm down at the pub the next day, and Tagateezy's there buying a drink, and I just go up to him, "Oh, Taga, you know who I am, don't you?" And he looks at me and he says, "No, I don't." I said, "Come on, Togo," and he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "You're that guy." So he's like, "You're the guy from the He's like, "I love you, man. You're like funny." And so anyway, Tagateezy used to love me, but
Yeah.
It didn't.
Good follow. Wellington boy, I think.
I think that's right. There we go. Bit of fire announcing the Blues try. Tahi Brosane liking the stream team. Yeah, it is good fun. I'm looking. Here's Tom Henry. Hey, Boldo, who is winning the banter battle up the North Sydney United? We are going to win the league. A shout out to you, Tom. Tom's in my soccer team.
What's that?
All right, Rob, what else is worth knowing about the who are the great Cowboys origin players in your view?
Ooh.
Oh, well.
It's got to be Jonathan Thurston, doesn't it?
Yeah, the obvious.
Yeah,
Is he? So he's first. So he's just daylight the second, isn't it? Really?
Matt Bowen, Carl Webb.
Oh, Matt Bowen was good. How good was that Matt Bowen intercept try?
Yeah.
There we go. Queensland have got a penalty here.
Who was your guys' front rower? Matt
Scott.
I like Scott.
He was quality.
He was great.
Still see him around town from time to time. He's always going to places. He's good bloke.
You live in Townsville?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He's got his on the ranch mug.
I'm
going to change this background to the Queensland one, so it's a little bit more Queensland one for you. There you go. I can also change it to the Sharks one. I'll go with the Sharks one in the background.
Queensland's on a run here. They got a few penalties.
Oh, here we go. Now, Rob, would you take the 2 points here?
No.
He's the same as me. I don't believe in the 1.8, man. I swear.
Oh, you always take the 2. I guess we'll find out.
Not when you're 6 down this early on. Nah.
I guess we're about to find out.
If it was 0-0 and it was a bit of an arm wrestle, then yeah, but we got a bit of momentum here. And
I guess you probably do need to keep the ball. A try here certainly psychologically gets you back in it, but if you don't score, it's going to be like the emotional fragility of the Sharks. Tahi Bro saying it was Matt Scott, a beast.
He was a beast.
Absolutely.
Beast. I hated him when he played Kangaroos as well. He's always torment us. Good player.
He's still a big boy.
Still big, eh?
Do you consider Thurston a 7 or a 6, Rob?
7, surely.
Yeah, 7. He could play either, but probably better at 7, I think.
What a player. What an absolute player.
I guess if Wally Lewis is the 5'8" of Queensland, Jonathan Thurston is the halfback.
Yeah.
For the all-time greatest Queensland team.
Can't argue.
You'd have to say.
Thurston's, he has to be. I hate
Langer was pretty good.
Because he was so good.
Oh, yeah, Langer was good.
Langer was good too, yeah.
Lockyer was ridiculous.
Lockyer is the most underrated, I'd say, out of all of them. Because he was a beast at fullback as well.
Yeah, and if there was ever a loose ball, he was on it. Here we go.
There we go. Queensland go in. I'll call it for you. Harry Smith, the Dean. Out the back. There we go. Who's that? The Hammer. So TBI for Dow scores for Queensland. See, I told you they should have gone for the try, Rob. I can't believe you said that they should go for the penalty goal there. You're just so unconfident in your own team, aren't you?
Totally.
This is a nicely worked try, actually. This is going to be close. Here we go.
This is a great start for them.
Harvey Norman replay. Oh, they did have the nice overlap. And look, you've still got to score them when they're presented to you.
Toy's a solid. Toy, you're looking at Toy and you think he's a solid player.
Slickness.
He's going to be solid in years to come.
He just burnt Latrell too, so.
Yeah.
Well, Latrell came in a little bit because he needed to.
Bit of payback for what happened.
Latrell left in no man's land. I couldn't see it happen. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. All right, does he kick this through the posts? Does he kick this through the posts, gang?
Do you take the 2 points here?
Well, he obviously take the 2 points here.
Take the tap.
Right.
Take the tap.
Quick restart.
Do you think the rugby league should have the NFL style 2-point play? So they can go for 3-point conversion, and they've got one play to score or something like that.
I think keep it simple, keep it traditional.
I reckon it'd be great.
Well, you're a proponent of golden try? You like golden try?
I don't love golden try. I don't think there's anything wrong with the draw.
Yeah, I don't mind a draw either.
In regular home and away
season.
Yeah.
Regular season.
I don't mind no golden point. I rather a draw.
Here he is, Valentine. Your man, Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The Sharks fans are already going on about Ashley Klein with 2.0 coming in.
2.0, man.
Getting Klein. Getting Klein.
Klein's fine.
Here we go. All right. Valentine Holmes, Cronulla Sharks legend. Leading try scorer for the Sharks in a single season. Kicks it through the post. He's kicked it. And there he goes. 6-all.
I like the lighting of this stadium. It gives it like a kind of a Coliseum theatre vibe. The colouring, it's got nice dark shadows and bright light. It's really nice.
Yeah, hey, Rob, what do you make of Mal Meninga as the Bears coach?
Mal Meninga's more a man manager than a coach, so I don't know. It'll be interesting. But he's going to have a good coach
set of assistants.
Squad.
He needs assistants. He needs
definitely.
More assistants to help him.
Which I'm sure he'll do. But as the head coach, it's a figurehead type of thing. Most head coaches are like that now anyway. There's always a defensive coach, an attacking coach, and strength and conditioning team, high performance team.
He doesn't exactly scream North Sydney Bears, though, does he?
No, not at all.
But he is a high profile coach in terms of a lot of people will have heard of Mal Meninga, and he is the greatest state of origin coach of all time. Well, despite the fact that he did have the greatest team.
Jason Taylor, was he a North Sydney player?
He was.
From memory?
He was a champion North Sydney player.
Try and get that connection going.
There's a bit of rain here.
Here we go. Harry Grant kicking out a dummy half.
Harry's looking a lot better. He's looking pretty good.
Is it?
No, it's not a 40-20.
No.
Is the postcode up in Townsville still 4801? Or is it 4802?
4810 for the Townsville City. Yeah.
4810. Yeah.
Is that what the numbers are on the shoulders?
Yeah, that's right. That's their home postcodes.
I was wondering whether Harry Grant was the 4,801st player for Queensland, and I didn't think that was the case.
No. So Harry Grant. Is it Mount Isa? No.
Mount Isa 481. I used to work at FedEx, so I used to learn all the postcodes in the Queensland.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 4810.
Here we go. That's going to be a knock on against New South Wales here.
I'm feeling an ambush here, man.
Looks a little tough.
Oh,
Rob, we should have gotten you on at the end. We've made a mistake. What have we done? We should have gotten you on at the end.
No, I'm happy he's not going to stay till the end because I think he's on to something here.
Well, you might want to go have a couple of beers with Pistol Pete and his mates. Toilet inspectors are running through in the comments.
Hey, he's still got the link. He's still got the link. He might drop in when they win. So you might have to block him.
Oh yeah, he can. No, Rob can gladly come back in at the end if they win. Absolutely no problem at all. Well, we know how important the third try is. That would just be an absolute momentum swing.
Fingers. He hasn't had the greatest of seasons either.
No.
I think his actual form's not that great.
No. Meanwhile, shoulder charge.
No, it was shoulder charged out of his hands, but it was.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, this bench rotation is going to be massive. To keep it to 6-all right now, then you got Carrigan, you got Collins. If they just hang in for another 10-20, they're looking solid. They're going to have a strong middle period, I think. I think this is
what they lacked in the first
Billy.
match.
I think this is a master stroke from Billy. I think he's got it right here.
So, Levon, you're picking a Queensland win, are you? Right now, 20 minutes in.
I flip-flopped over. Yeah, I have. Nah, I think we'll still get them, but...
Hey, he's New Zealand.
See the strategy.
Switzerland.
Hey, we're all Queenslanders over here.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Well, I didn't register it. I didn't register a tip for this.
NZ.
So,
yeah.
So it will be interesting to see how this one.
Oh, here we go. Double knock. Oh, payback.
Geez, error-ridden game, this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rain's starting to fall. It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
Good
the rain.
So Rob Matt Singh doesn't get a mention for you in all-time great Cowboys Origin players.
Matty Singh, what a player.
Could you name and there's 13 Cowboys players that have played State of Origin, isn't there? There would be enough.
Oh, there's heaps. Yeah.
Bowen, Matt Singh, Valentine.
I've got a terrible memory though. So
Paul Bowman, Josh Hannay in the backs.
Yeah, those guys for sure.
On the wing.
What was the name of the other winger around Matt Bowen, Matt Singh time? Did he ever play for Queensland?
Brent Tate.
Brent Tate.
Oh, what a player. We love Tate at the Warriors.
More known as a Bronco probably around that time.
Yeah,
but, one of our best centers as well.
Dearden Thurston.
Johnson, was that one of your guys?
Dallas Johnson, yeah. The tackle.
There we go. Queensland on the attack.
Good run.
Harry Gant throws it to Munster. Munster out the back to Ponga. It's going to be an offload. No offload here. But I just have a feeling there's a Queensland try coming for some reason. I'm not sure, but I just feel it's coming.
That was one of the best Cape World runs
I've
seen in 2 years.
Here we go. Thanks for the spoiler, Rob. Here we go. Kick up in the... Oh, here we go. Hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah, they're targeting that side. They're targeting those two.
Tanya's giving you the credit here. Golden hammer double.
Yeah, I knew these guys would come out firing. You could just, they're backs against the wall. They need it for sure.
Nice kick, Munster.
That was Dearden.
That was Dearden. It was a good kick. Good try.
I'd never take something off a Cowboys player in your presence. I'd never get away with that, Rob. Never. It's a nice kick, short kicking game. It's very Luke Metcalf-esque, that kick.
Oh, it does. It is bang on, actually.
Hey, Rob, for the Wars fans, I've given my opinion on Luke Metcalf for these guys a lot. How good can he be? Can he get to being one of the elite NRL halfbacks, top 1 or 2, 3 players, you think? Where is he going to sit?
Oh, the potential's there, obviously. I think he carved us up. But I don't like to, players can come out and have 3 or 4 unbelievable games and then the media's all over them, and that's all you see and hear and read about for a month, and then they just sort of fade away. So I don't like to talk anyone up too much, but he's got the potential. He's surrounded by
a double knock on. Okay.
No, that's a try.
Look like there was a little bit of tall. You know how they call the double knock on if you both kind of touch it at the same time.
That's a try.
We'll give him that. We'll give him that one. Hey,
you'd have to say Alan Langer is the most annoying of the
trainers.
Of the trainers, yeah.
He always
definitely.
Definitely
annoying. Absolutely. All right, Valentine Holmes with a kick again from similar position. And he slots it straight through. Oh, he's the clutch goal kicker.
Rob, would you rate Michael Morgan over Dearden?
Yep.
I think together they would have been unreal. Morgan was great, and to have his career coach like that was sad, amongst other things. But it's hard to compare them because it's just different times. Dearden's probably got a little more X factor, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Dearden's only young too. Like he's still. I suppose Morgan was as well. Oh man,
Morgan retired early with that injury, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
Jeez, Queensland. They're just trying to get to them, aren't they?
Luai's throwing it about, isn't he?
There's a few errors.
That's like a Sharks Cowboys match, the number of errors in this one, Rob.
Oh, it's Mo Fodawaker too. He didn't have a good Origin one.
Yeah, no, he didn't, did he?
So,
the Cameron Munster.
Yes.
I think Queensland are on top here, boys.
We're about to be.
That was a bad pass.
Yeah, Tahi Bro in the comments coming through saying Metcalf is a future star of Coach Wright with the right pieces around him. And
Yeah,
Tahi
that's
Roseman. Yeah, the timing's out. Yeah, sorry, gang. We're a little bit behind.
We are 18, 18, 18, 16, 15, 14, 13. That's where
We're
I
a little
am.
bit behind.
We're around that area of the 18-minute mark.
Yeah,
we're a
bit
bit behind. That's right. It's all good.
And then only enough for me to cheer, and then you guys go, oh.
Well, then I get to actually watch it properly when you cheer and give me the spoiler. Or I also see it on the.
This is why no one likes.
Oh, Blue Eye.
Hey, that's fine. There's nothing in there.
No, I don't like the rubbing of the faces. It's just rubbing.
It is annoying. I know. Do you guys hate the rub in the face or the elbow across?
It's a joke.
Oh, there's no need for it.
There's no need for it.
I know what they're doing, and I know that they're tough boys and all that sort of crap. But it's just like you've made a good tackle. Just.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Tay. Yeah, the timing's out in the past. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, it's on. Oh, it's on.
Well, it's not like Jamie Goddard on, is it?
I think
Tino
this is
coming in. At least he can't drop the ball on this.
I think Queensland said we gotta really get in the heads here. Great, it's great.
Oh, that's why.
Trying to slow down the blue. I think there's a tactic here. They look not too bad from that angle. Didn't look too high.
No, it was a head-eye tackle.
Harry Grant coming in. That's why you don't wear headgear.
So it was a bad tackle for that Suolahii last year when he got sent off.
Oh, that was a real bad one.
He should have been sent off, that's for sure.
He's talking to the captains here, just saying, hey, let's just clean this up.
Is that a warning?
He's looking a bit older these days, Munster, isn't he? I just remember 2016 Munster playing us in that grand final. Here he's did and kicks for touch. Geez, another try here would be handy for you, Rob. You'll start believing.
Oh, always believe.
Carrigan just on.
I think that's a good call. I was surprised they didn't. Look, they're obviously going to play Carrigan for a serious amount of minutes. I think he is the best Queensland forward, isn't he, Rob? Carrigan?
Yeah.
Said with little conviction.
Other than Cotter.
Okay, take your Cowboys goggles off.
I genuinely believe Cotter is better. Carrigan's good. He's got that go forward, but
oh, come on, you'd swap Carrigan for Cotter. You would make that trade in a heartbeat. Get in the comments. Who's better, Carrigan or Cotter? Levon, who would you take?
Oh, Carrigan.
Yeah, you'd clearly take Carrigan.
Cotter's a good player though, for a different type of style. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Inspector threw in the comments. When I was a kid in the 90s watching Origin with Mum, when there was a fight, she would spring up boxing the air, shouting, "Get him. Get him." I didn't always like the fights in the Origin. I don't think it needs it.
I love Biffo. I miss Biff.
There we go. Harmony hierarchy, Carrigan easy. Sorry, Rob. You're
entitled to.
Who's the best all-time North Queensland Cowboy Warrior player that's played for both?
It's got to be Tate.
George Gaddis, Brent Tate, Michael Luck.
Luck, bro.
Yeah, pretty good.
We love Luck over here. We love Luck. Actually, Luck's probably in our books as one of the highly rated. Campion played for you guys a little bit from memory.
Lillyman, it's a good suggestion.
Lillyman was good for us. We love Lillyman.
Bold, you bully. I'm not a bully, am I? What did I just do?
As I said,
now, in the comments, has there been a player who's played for the Cowboys, the Warriors, and the Sharks?
Probably. I can't think of.
That would be. Oh, that's a great question.
Josh Hannay didn't play for the Warriors, did he?
No.
No, Hannay didn't play for
Oh, here we go. Backwards. Out the back.
Play on. Barnage played on. Yes, we needed that. We were shot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Townsend, yes. V, good stuff.
Oh, V with the comments.
Nailed
Chad
it. Nailed it.
Townsend. How can we have that is going to be tough to beat for the comment of the evening. Chad Townsend.
That right there might be comment of the evening thus far.
That is definitely got to be hard to beat comment of the evening. Chad Townsend.
How long did he play at Warriors? Wasn't that long.
He had a run with SJ, what, 20?
Oh, before he came.
That is an amazing answer. Oh, V. That is just.
Yeah, that was good, V. Very good.
An outrageous answer. Oh, so good. I'm so pleased for you, V. That is just so good. I'm so impressed with that. I knew there would have to be one.
Oh, Lomax. Oh, the conditions are poor, isn't it? It's really poor underfoot in terms of both teams.
They play on? Yep.
Yeah, we'll play on.
Great.
Well,
there we go. Oh, geez, it's. Why is the quality of Origin down, boys?
I think the pitch
quality of Origin.
It doesn't have. I think the pitch isn't very underfoot very good.
Or are they just missing the champion players?
It's wet, so.
Don't rate Edwards over Tedesco.
Oh, I do.
Do you?
I think he's a bit cleaner. Yeah, I think he's a bit cleaner.
Oh.
I reckon he's
Yeah, Edwards is more reliable, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Boys, let's respond to Christopher Hilliard. Not sure what he might happen to know about rugby league. Is he a follower of your channel, Rob? New South Wales, Mrs. Mosing. Mrs. Moses.
Hey, Latino.
Do we think New South Wales are missing Moses, Rob?
I don't know about that. I don't know if they're missing Moses.
Lawyer milked that classic storm tactic there.
Oh,
it's got Latino through saying take the 1.8. Here we go. Take the 1.8. Oh, he's just elbowed him in the head.
Yeah.
Nah,
you can't
come
do
on.
That. You can't elbow someone in the head.
Yep, that's it. Now I would take the 2 points.
You would now definitely take the 2 points, wouldn't you?
Well, you're ahead. The rain's coming down heavier. I think it makes sense.
There we go. As they go to an ad break
here, and then you score another try. That's 26. That's pretty much game over. You can back yourself to.
You can just defend your way home.
Home.
Just like the Sharks thought they were going to against the Cowboys in the semi-finals, and then Rob's boys almost ran us down at the end.
Well, that's point definitely from true. Spectre there. So Chad played 2 seasons for us. Then he returned to the Wales after the Sharks, and then he went to the Cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
He came to us because he came mid-season, I think it was, and just played out his contract. Must have been his Cowboys, his Sharks contract with us.
Yeah,
that was
the Sharks let him go.
Yeah, I know
he spent end of COVID.
6 months or something at the Waz.
Yeah, it was a 6-month kind of contract
in between Sharks. Yeah,
there we go. 2.0 is calling out Zach Lomax for being a sook.
I think it's Loyero.
No, who's coming off there? Lorero. Yeah, it is. Oh, well, I'm pretty confident he's going to kick this one. All right, Rob, we might let you get back to watching the match now. So thanks for coming in, being an absolute legend.
Legend, Rob. Thanks, man.
If you, why don't you give a quick shout out for your podcast and how people can watch the On the Ranch podcast, mate?
Oh, it's a bit shiny, isn't it? But yeah,
there it is, On the Ranch.
On the Ranch podcast there. Every Wednesday morning we get an episode out, rain, hail, or shine, he says. But it's a bit of a struggle at the moment when the team's not doing well. But when they're going well, we're always there anyway. So
yeah, man.
Development, a couple of years for you boys. You got that young halves that are going to come good. I think
we just got 300 episodes, so we're.
Oh wow! Congratulations!
Congrats,
all right.
Yeah,
keeping it going and got a good following. Shout out to the fans. They keep the lights on. So that's
you guys on YouTube. YouTube?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, YouTube as well. Basically, what we record for the podcast goes straight onto YouTube as well.
Fantastic.
Man, every time I talk, we lose the ball. So I'm going to go.
All right, Rob. Well, good luck with the rest of the match. Feel free to join at the last. Feel free to join at the absolute last second if the Queenslanders get up. You'll enjoy that.
Yep.
So, well, thanks for jumping on. We'll do we'll no doubt have opposition fan previews and the Sharks play against the Cowboys, and I'm sure Levon will get you on his channel too. So for some collabs.
Absolutely, man. I'll keep in touch, Rob. We'd love to have you on.
It's an absolute great way to catch up with rugby league knowledge while looking at the other channels. So, Rob, thanks for coming in, and shout out to your boys, Morgan and Pete, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, fellas. Have a good one.
See you, mate. Thanks for coming on. All right, that was Rob for the On the Ranch podcast. Oh, no, I want to switch to that view, don't I? He's a legend, that guy, isn't he?
Great, man. Great knowledge. Great guy. Great, absolutely fantastic guy.
So good, isn't he? And toilet inspector calling out Rob's going off to do a nude run in the street after the Maroons win. Maroons.
Is it maroon or maroon?
It's maroon.
Maroon. Okay.
It's definitely maroon.
Let's say maroon.
All right, Queensland on the attack here. Let's just keep an eye on this. 14-6. Fourth tackle. Here we go again. Oh! There.
Nice ball.
That was a great ball. Cameron Munster, Captain Cam, scores again.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're going to go into halftime 26. The game's over.
Rob in the comments saying no one wants to see me nude. Cameron Munster. This is just some nice short depth passing.
I think you're right now, Boldo. I think that the apology and the comments from Slater got them up. They're right up for us.
Oh, just a bit of shimmy at the line here. Just a bit around. Luai's a little bit unlucky.
I think the Luai impact is a little bit. I do think that maybe missing Moses.
Rob in the comments. See our top talking we score. And Wales HQ. This is what is this 6-0 penalty count? Ref just wants Queensland to force game 3. Well, it's certainly better for the league.
Hey, Boldo, talk to me. Conspiracy head on. Do you think that the NRL do doctor matches to get ratings up?
Well, then, how deep could the conspiracy go? Because I always say that there's a referee hierarchy, and we should have asked Rob where he thinks the Cowboys sit in the referee hierarchy, because the Sharks are somewhere down the bottom, and we know that the Storm and the Roosters are somewhere near the top. Look, if you're running the rugby league, it's certainly to their advantage for it to go to game 3. That's for sure. So I think there are subtle things that they can do. Like they used to give Queensland 2 games every single year, and then the next year when New South Wales was due a 3rd game, they'd move it to Melbourne. So there are certainly those benefits that they do. And there are a few other rules things. In the 1980s, they used to pick the Queensland ref that was more pro for their style of play. There's a little bit. It's kind of like the rugby. In the Rugby World Cup, how the rules are always in the World Cups a little bit suited for the Northern Hemisphere style of play.
Yeah.
And so it just disadvantages the ABs and the Wallabies just a little bit more, who typically play more expansive style of play.
A bit more open. Yep.
A bit more open. And then the French are actually always good at the World Cup because they're really fast and they play the expansive style that the Wallabies and ABs might play, but they are also used to that Northern Hemisphere football. So I'd love to do a podcast talking about how unlucky France were in that World Cup final. They got absolutely dudded by the ref in that one. But I say,
which one was that one? That was
was it 2011? The one that you guys hosted in New Zealand. You guys absolutely. You got all the referee calls. All the referee.
That was meant to be that one. That was definitely payback for 99 and
here
was
is.
it 99? That was the other one that the French robbed us with Jonah. I think was there. Jonah had a great game that game, but the ref went the way of 07 was another one. 07 was another one. We got robbed in 07. The French ref, the French when we played France. That was another one.
Okay, crying foul. Here's a question for you, Levon.
Swings and roundabouts, man.
As
It
I
was our
asked
time.
knowing the way. Would Jonah Lomu have been the world's greatest rugby league player?
Nah, I think he was suited for rugby.
He was good, though.
Yeah. He probably could have been, but even the type of wingers, that was even during Wendell was there at that time.
Yeah, it was Wendell time.
I think
That
most
was a
of
good
the
flick
rugby
on.
league wingers were underrated as well.
Oh, he would have been. He's like miles better than Manu Vatave, for example. He's like a good version of that. He would have absolutely whooped it. Remember Manu Vatave played Viola? Yeah.
Manu was good. We love Manu. Despite
here we go. Fifth tackle. Oh,
Go
that's
tall.
going to be off Queensland here, is it?
Not played it, I'd say.
I think that is played at.
Oh, he did put his foot out. Okay, Klein's giving him a repeat set.
Let's just quickly catch up on these penalties here. Rob saying that the Cowboys are low on the ref hierarchy. Chaz Tamati is saying, yeah, it was a tactic from Billy that fired them up, but done in woefully poor taste using the dead like that. That's probably true. Was HQ saying the NRL do for sure, being a Warriors fan, I know, trust me. There's no way the NRL wouldn't try and rig it for the Warriors to win now, mate. Come on. The Warriors winning now would be an absolutely terrific story. They definitely want that to happen.
I think they want it to happen now, but yeah, in years gone by, it definitely was. We were outsiders. Yeah. I suppose you guys would feel that way too. I mean, you've only won your one premiership in 50 to 60 years. I mean, it's yeah.
Oh, Cleary's in.
Nice Cleary.
Nathan Cleary scores. New South Wales hit back. They needed that just before halftime. And we've got Stormy Daniel coming in from the Stormcast podcast to join us at halftime to give his view on the match. Just catch us up on anything that we might have missed. So New South Wales Blues just shifted to Cleary. He's just going to dummy and go through here.
That was a good call from the
defense,
inspector there. Jonah came in during that time when the rugby players were relatively small. They were tiny. And I think Jonah could have dominated, but it was more.
Jeff Wilson, for example, was the other champion.
Wilson
New
was
Zealand
big.
All Blacks.
Where were you where were you when Gregan knocked the ball out of his head?
I was watching it at home with my dad. That was such a good moment.
That
was probably the most iconic rugby moment that wasn't at a World Cup, really.
It was.
Oh, here we go. Obstruction, no try. Jazz is calling it out here.
They took it off them.
Jazz, what does FFS stand for? I know what that acronym is. And that's a new one.
Who's the obstruction? Payne Haas.
How's that even? We know, Tay. We're just joking around. We obviously know what that one is.
That's tough. Yeah, you got to give it. That's fair.
The Burgess brothers would have handled Jonah pretty well, for example. Nah, they wouldn't.
Just at that time, though, that he was a freak of nature, an absolute freak of nature. No one had seen someone that size. But then you had your Leslie Vinokolos, you had that were in the rugby league circles. So
if you consider how successful Vinokolos was and Vatave, Jonah Lomu was...
Inga was similar in size, but just because it was rugby league, it wasn't, because that was kind of the expansion of the global game for rugby, that Jonah just was that figure piece for that. You know what I mean? But Jonah was beast as well, not to take anything away from him. But I think amongst the context of big wingers like that, Wendell, Leslie, in his time though. But yeah, if he came over, that would have been insane.
All right, Queensland on the attack again. Geez, this could be a big turning point moment here. I have a feeling the Maroons are going to do something here.
They've really turned up tonight, man. And
they have, haven't they?
I think Billy got the bringing Kate Wellwyn's been good. Collins and Carrigan off the bench. Grant's lifted his game.
There we go. Munster again. Grant, there we go. Ponga. He's good footballer, Ponga, isn't he?
Good football. He's a good player.
Great football. There, just too many numbers here. Oh, that was well done. That's a good try.
There might have been a knock on.
Good. Capewa. Your man.
Wow. Good on you, Cape.
There we go. Chaz called it too. That's a warrior, Kurt Capewa. That's a good try. Football.
Yeah, that's game. That's game for me. That is game.
Oh, we better go to we'll have to second half. We might have to go to our plan of all of those other things that we're going to talk about. 2.0 in the comments saying, "Oh, that's the definition of it being handed to you." Oh, just short def passing here, isn't it? That's a fortunate offload.
Oh yeah, it's their night. It's their night tonight. They wanted it more. Neutral site. They took advantage of it. Good on Cape. Well, I love it, brother. As a Warriors fan, love to see him. He's playing great this year.
How good is Wars HQ here? Just 7-0 penalty counting.
It is. It's match fixing.
They're all match fixing at its finest. Rob H. Look at the lack of New South Wales discipline. So basically, Queensland have been good ever since Rob stopped talking. How good. Well, if you're just joining us, this is the Watch Along, a collab between Wars Up TV and the ET Stand podcast. We might be opposing fans during the regular rugby league season, but we've built a friendship and across the channel as just fans of rugby league. And so I'm Boldo, the host of the ET Stand, and this is my mate Levon, who's the host of Wars Up TV. And so we've got a whole bunch of friends of ours joining us throughout the evening as we watch State of Origin. We have the very learned and knowledgeable Stormy Daniel joining us from Stormcast again at halftime. I think he's going to be a little bit happier. I have a feeling. I think he's going to be a little happier this time around. So as I decline that phone call of someone calling me from the US, don't they realize the State of Origin's on, Levon?
Getting phone calls from the US.
Yeah, nice. Well, you know. Hit that like button if you are just coming into the channel now. It notifies people of our upcoming videos. And Levon and I got a couple of things planned that we're going to collab for both of our channels as well. And we are going to review the 2002 Warriors versus Sharks semi-final in the off-season too.
Still holds up today. I watched it last week. Just, algorithm brought it up somehow. And it's a great match. It's a fantastic match.
It is a good match. So many good Warriors players in that team.
Mate, and you guys too. I was thinking of the winger. Was it? I think it was Mellor. Was it Mellor?
Mellor.
He was your winger. He dropped the ball. Yeah. He bombed it. Yeah.
Let's go. Sharks versus Warriors, 2002 semi prelim final. Let's go look that up, shall we? Here we go. Matthew Rieck on the wing for the Sharkies. Peachy Rieck, McKenna, Franze, Mellor, Greg Bird, Brett Kamali, Stevens, Treaster, Danny Nutley, Phil Bailey, Paul Gallen, Nick Graham. This is a good Sharks team. This is a very good Sharks team.
Who is the guy that looks like Jack Bird but just bigger? He had like a widow's peak. I was watching, and he had the arm bar, the protection on the arm, old school style. He kind of looks like Paul Gallen a little
Paul Franze?
I'd be Franze. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Kelly in the comments saying the Queensland spine has been unreal. We will get Stormy Daniels' response to how good the Queenslanders have been. He'll be joining us shortly. And then Wars HQ saying, Boldo, if you don't make the finals, you're welcome to join the Warriors bandwagon.
He loves the Warriors. He loves the Warriors HQ. He'll jump. He's already jumping on now.
Who was the it was John Carlo was good for you guys too, wasn't he?
Oh, we love Carlo. Yeah, we love It was funny. I was watching it back. Peachy had a line break and he was about 10 meters in front, and somehow Justin Murphy caught him.
Yeah, Justin Murphy runs him down.
But Peachy had it. But he's a bit older. When did Peachy retire?
He left the Sharks at the end of 2005, went to England, and then he came back for Souths in 2007, halfway through the season, and absolutely tore us up. And was really a big part of the Souths revival.
He was a great player.
He was a great player, wasn't he?
His running style was fantastic. He just glide.
Well, that's true. All right, it's 26 points to 6. So Just
Mate, not looking good. Not looking good right now.
It's not looking good for an exciting. We haven't really had much of an exciting game at all, really, in the
Both games have
watch-along.
been really kind of dead. I don't know. To be fair, I was hoping this would be a super tight game, but credit to Queensland, they've come out and nailed it. You can see they're right up for it. Yeah, Yo's
right,
having a
let's
talk
go.
to Klein. He's really having a chat with him, isn't he?
Let's look at these player stats here. Anything that stands out? Carrigan's done 18 minutes so far. And where's my kick meters? All run meters. Here we go. Collins has been good. Carrigan's been good. Capewell's been.
Yeah, that's a masterstroke from what's his name? From Billy to bring
Slater.
those guys off the bench. Yep. I think he nailed that.
Tahi, bro. So there's another grub. Who's a grub there, Tahi, bro? Come on. What are you talking about? Who's a grub? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Look at that completion rate from the Blues, 58%.
Jeez, that's low. You're running through some of these numbers here.
That's
Levon.
horrible. Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
I'm just looking
58%.
guys at the stat. So time of possession. This is like a rugby game. Look, there's both teams got about 10 minutes possession each.
Yeah, that's a low number, isn't it?
They've been kicking for touch almost. 72% for the Queenslanders, which isn't bad, and 10 of 17 for 58% for New South Wales. Run meters super low, based on 700 meters for Queensland's 464 for New South Wales. They haven't done anything. 3 line breaks, 22 tackle breaks, 4 tackle breaks for the Blues. That might be the worst half of football in recent history. Yeah, it's just a really poor game from them.
33 minutes for Haas, 28 for Yo. Oh, they've still got some minutes in these guys. Oh, look, they're not out of it, the Blues. A 20-point turnaround.
Look at the tackles.
Turnaround's going to be a lot.
This is true. Yeah, the tackles made is 146 to 167. That's not massive. That doesn't scream like they're absolutely tired. I think they just had a poor half. They just need to sort themselves out and come out stronger and try and fight their way back in. But you got to give credit to Queensland. They have all their key players: Munster, Grant. Who else would you say, Boldo? Guys that are really stood up for them.
Bonga's looking all right, but Munster's the key. Munster's the key.
Yeah, he looks on.
For me.
He looks really on tonight.
All right, Jose, I'm going to play along. So Jose has asked us knock knock.
Okay. Who's there?
And so then we've obviously got to say who's there. And now we wait for the punchline, Jose.
Oh.
As we go.
And
then he says, forget it.
He goes, I think 1, 2 more. Was it a couple down? Oh, before that one. There you go.
The answer is Kurt Capewell. But that's not a funny joke at all, Jose. That's like the worst joke you've ever had. And then
that is pretty bad, Jose.
That is a horrendous joke. Now, I've heard that actually people from overseas love a bit of Forex. So, yeah, my brother Stephen was telling me about a Korean influencer that came down under and was buying Forex. It's this beer's the best. So, which is quite funny. Now, yeah, I don't know where Stormy D is. So I'm waiting for him to join us. Here he is, just on cue, the man himself. So I'll just give him a second to line his camera up. I have a feeling he's going to joining us live from his couch in what is going to be. I'm just going to confirm this, gang. This is going to be the most pristine piece of Queensland merchandise you have ever seen. And we're going to see one very happy Melbourne Storm Queensland fan as Stormy Daniel joins us here on the ET Stand podcast. Mate, yeah, a bit enjoying this match a little bit more, Daniel?
I must say, hand on heart, I am surprised. I think I conveyed some comments to you, Boldo, yesterday in regards to where I thought the game potentially could be won or could be lost, and it was a pessimistic sort of perspective and viewpoint on my end. I must say, from a Queensland from a Queensland lens as a Queensland supporter. But yeah, I think firstly, I'd suggest that wet weather and the rain is always the great leveler. It can basically throw out game plans, brings teams close together where one team may have an advantage, i.e. Through the middle of the ruck with the big power leg speed of New South Wales. Wet weather has obviously brought the Maroons pack into the game a lot, probably better than it would have been if it was a dry track, I would say. And yeah, I think the shape that Queensland are playing with, specifically when they do get into good ball, they're asking questions of New South Wales through, I suppose, a more of a compressed ruck, which is probably seeing a little bit more time and space for them to use the ball on the edges, which they didn't have the luxury of having in game one because they were on the back foot right from the get-go. I was worried about the kicking game without DCE. In saying that too, they haven't had to do a lot of general play kicking.
Yeah, no general play kicking.
Yeah.
The short kicking's been great. As he disappears and just falls off into the ether. Where are you, Daniel? You're just gone. Well, he was about to talk us through all the tries. He's so good, Daniel, isn't he?
I interrupted him, but I think I must.
Well, he's still there, but he just seems to have disappeared. Let's just quickly go through some of the comments that we've got at halftime. John Tepu coming through in the comments saying, sometimes it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. New South Wales have the talent and the time, but the Maroons also have the talent to close out the game. That's probably true. Toilet inspector speaking of 4X, here's Stormy Daniels. And Troy, we can see you in the green room, mate. We'll let Daniel come back in and get his stream up and running. And Troy, we're certainly going to chat to you in the second half as Stormy joins us again. And then, people haven't making a bit of fun of Stormy. Very good Stormy coming in and then just disappearing. On South Side, Snipers, Gus has talked so much SHIT too and gone absolutely nowhere. Kelly Honer, Grant Munster and Dearden bring the energy and the speed. Geez, they've been very good. Dominic asking us, who is DCE? Well, and then you are right, Adam Smart. Tough question being thrown around during the watch along tonight between the boys. Who was the better player, Thurston or Cronk? I have a feeling Stormy's going to give us an answer on that one. So we'll bring him back in right now and we'll get him to answer that one before we get back into his halftime wrap. Cronk or Thurston, mate?
Oh, from a halfback perspective, Cronk every day of the week.
Oh, you're so biased, aren't you?
Twice on Sundays.
I love it.
But
the reason why I do say that is because if you look at the style of play that Thurston played, he was an instinctive ball runner, and I think the type of style that Queensland and even Australia played with during that period of time when they were a halves combination, they complemented each other really well because Cronk was just a natural organiser and game manager. And that allowed that just freed Thurston up to just do what he does best in terms of just running the ball. So from if you're talking about a conventional, traditional on the ball halfback, Cronk was the better halfback. Not to say that Thurston isn't any lesser of a halfback, two different styles, but Thurston had that.
They were great together, weren't they?
They were. Yeah. They complemented each other really well, and that's because they could both put their egos away and really go on with it to the point where Cronk would not be able to play a conventional 5'8" or running half role like Thurston had. And Thurston had that, I suppose, that ability and skill set where he could either be an on-the-ball half and organise, but he also was also had the ability to be that sort of that second banana and just run the football. And they I think they had a 73% success rate during their time as a halves pairing for Queensland. and I think it was a 76% success rate when they played for the Kangaroos. So that's my justification. Trying to take my purple hat off with Cronk.
Your purple Storm hat off.
Would
Well,
you
keep
say-
your
would you-
purple.
Sorry,
go,
just quickly, I'll go bold this one. Do you think that maybe Thurston was the more talented, gifted player, and Cronk was more like he worked hard on his skill set type thing? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Gotcha.
you got to remember.
Cronk was
too,
just smarter, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Cronk studied the game inside out, and you know,
that's the thing. He had to work hard. He had to work hard.
he had to work hard for his stuff.
One, he was a manufactured halfback. He didn't actually have a position at the Storm. He did come down, train and trial as a centre. And again, when he did get his opportunity, when he did debut, he was primarily coming off the bench and playing in the ruck. So
That's right, I remember
and
that.
then then when Matt Orford left, they didn't go to market. Firstly, one, they didn't have the money, and two, there wasn't any established halves that were on the market, and they put all their chips in Cronk, and they said, well, it's your jersey to lose. And he went about just building on his game year after year once he got that opportunity. And you go back and you look at highlights from 2006 when he got given the number 7 jersey all the way even until he finished his career at the Red, White and Bluesters. He was able to continue to add to his game, and he became
he built his game. Great point.
Absolutely. And we're again, it's funny how history repeats itself with the same franchise, but Jerome Hughes has done exactly the same thing. But anyway, that's
comment through from Craig Atkinson in the comments. Let's just answer this one. Stormy, do you reckon the score would be any different if DCE was playing? Higher, lower, same?
I reckon it'd be the same before Stanley goes.
It's hard to say because again, I subscribe to the theory of wet weather is the great equalizer. If it was a dry track, who knows? I mean, look, it's funny whenever one of the states or one of the teams loses game one, it falls back to the mindset and mentality of one team wants to win, one team has to win. And that's where that desperation really comes out. And I suppose the inept performance in game one at Suncorp in front of their home fans in their state, I mean, their pride would have taken a hit as well. I mean, you don't need much motivation to get up for a game two. Otherwise, it's all over Red Rover and going into a game three as a dead rubber and potentially giving New South Wales an opportunity to go 3 straight. So there's always that added, there's always that added spice going into game two when a team is coming off a loss and needs to lift. So hard to say. I mean, hindsight's one wonderful thing, but ifs and buts, chips and nuts, you don't know. It's one of those situations where we're just watching. They've gone with a 17 that they believe could get the job done. DCE wasn't a part of that, and at the moment, again, there's still another 40 minutes, but it looks like Slater and the selectors of Gene Miles and Darren Lockyer are going to have some vindication in their decision to drop their captain.
I think that looks right. We've got almost 100 people watching us across all the different channels. So if you are new to watching us, that's quite a nice number for us at halftime. Do give us a like and subscribe to either Wires Up TV, our friends from across the pond who do a whole bunch of Warriors content. I'm from the ET Stand podcast, and Stormy Daniel, who's from the Stormcast podcast, and obviously the Sharks playing the Storm in a week. So we will no doubt be chatting prior to that one. Mate, how do Queensland hold on to this win from here, Daniel?
Sorry, mate, you just cut out there.
How do Queensland hold on to the win from here? What do they have to do to make sure they hold on?
Defence, obviously, but I think it's important that they can't defend this lead either. They need to continue to play football, and it really comes down to percentages. Discipline's going to be high, and trying to maximise field position when those opportunities do come. So, as I said, I'm concerned with the general play kicking game, but if they can continue to put themselves in positions to get down into good ball, and it's really about trying to maintain and make New South Wales come out of their own cage and red zone in that regard. So if they can win the field possession battle and possession, then with a 26-6 lead,
it should be sweet.
They may just get home.
Oh, come on, you're definitely going to win. Sing the song now.
Stormy, can I just ask you?
Yeah, yippee, yippee,
yeah, yippee, yippee. So, can I ask you, man? If I ever get a life crisis situation, can you coach me through it, man? Because I feel like you just got good balance in your views. You'd be able to coach me through.
He'd be a great coach. He'd be a great coach, Levon, for you, but he'd just be encouraging you to cheat in life and rig the salary cap, and so you'd be performing really well, but you wouldn't actually deserve it in life, Levon.
Oh, come on, Boldo. Come on.
I'm just teasing you, Daniel.
Pot, kettle, black. Pot, kettle, black.
Oh, he's such a legend, Daniel, aren't you? All right, mate. Well, we'll let you go and get back to it, watching your beloved Maroons play, and we'll see you in a week. Thanks for coming on. The Storm are, of course, having a great season. Last question for you, Daniel. Who's man of the match?
Yes.
Who's going to be man of the match? Jeez, it's raining down now, isn't it?
It is. It is coming down, cats and dogs. Look, I've got it back. I've got it back, Munster, don't I?
I think you do. It's going to be tough to. I think he's already man of the match.
Yeah, I'm wearing his number there. So there you go.
I think he's already the man of the match, Dan.
There you go.
I think he's already. I think he's already got it.
Let's go, Mad Dog Munster.
Sounds good. All right, mate. Good to see you. We'll chat in a week and go the Storm.
No worries.
And we'll see you soon, legend.
Yeah,
see you, mate.
Good luck.
All right, I cut him off a little bit early there. What was Stormy Daniel? We'll put his link in the comments if you want to follow Daniel. He is one of the most educated and learned legends on the internet who talks rugby league as we get the score up there. Troy, you've got your 2-minute warning. Give us a wave that you're all right to come in. Troy from ParraCave is going to come in very soon. Absolute legend. So we'll no doubt be talking about Zach Lomax and Parramatta. So for all you Parramatta fans out there, we've got Troy coming, so that'll be good fun. All right, let's just go through some of these comments as New South Wales carry the ball past the halfway line. Good response to this question around Cronk and Thurston. I would probably choose Cronk. I just think he was a super smart player. I think he just makes all the players around him better.
I fear Thurston more than Cronk, personally. Him and the Kangaroos, Thurston he was the guy I always watched. He was
good for the Kangaroos, Thurston, wasn't he? Tahi Bro, geez, you're on fire tonight, Tahi Bro, in the comments saying New Deedon would get involved. Jazz, Stormy is originally from Sydney and an old Western Magpies fan who switched to supporting the Storm when the Magpies got booted out. So he's got a brilliant podcast that you can go listen to. Certainly when the Wars play the Storm, if you're a Warriors fan, go watch that. Mr. Dave saying all these on reports up the Sharks, cheering on the reports. Yeah, let's get them all on reports, especially the Broncos. Maybe Carrigan can get sent off. So that's true. Kelly in the comments voting for Thurston. Jose is enjoying Tino versus Martin. That's been dope to watch. Yeah, I've been enjoying that. Except Tino keeps dropping the ball, Levon.
Yeah, he's got the dropsies. He's got the yips tonight. It's a good physical battle, though. But yeah, the handling from both teams has been horrible. It's been hard to get into the flow of the game. Yeah.
Bit of sport for Queenslander there from Rainy Girl. Toilet inspector, much respected in the comments. Thurston individually, Cronk as a team leader. I'd agree with that as the Blues turn the ball over. Oh, wayward pass. What are they thinking there? Yeah, this game's over, isn't it? All right, let's get through. Cronk better halfback, Thurston better player, I think. I'm lucky we didn't get Stormy on with Troy from Parramatta, actually, because I think Troy's still angry about the salary cap in 2009. Troy, we're coming for you. Don't worry. Hey, Miss Stormy, you took mad for a man who's going to lose game 3. Oh, that's a bit tough. Zach Brav says Cronk cemented himself when he played and won a comp with a busted shoulder. That's very true.
What he did at the Roosters is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was winning. And then Craig Atkinson in the comments. Luai is the difference with New South Wales. Cool and clinical under Moses. Hot-headed in panels and areas with Luai. Let's get Troy in to respond to that. That's the one to get him on for. Let's bring him in the 3-person view. There we go, Troy from the ParraCave Podcast. Hello, mate. Oh, I'm having trouble hearing you.
You might be on mute.
I think you're on. Have you got yourself on mute or a bit silent? No, you're off mute. There we go. Struggle hearing you, mate. I can only just hear you.
How's that?
There we go. Troy from the ParraCave Podcast. So I'll tell you what.
How are we going, lads?
Mate, we're going well. We're enjoying the.
Going all right.
Kind of enjoying the match as New South Wales kick into the in goal and get a repeat set through a line dropout. With Xavier Coates not being able to get out in the field of play. Geez, the Blues need to score this set, don't they?
Oh, Latrell's just gone.
Oh, that's a knock on. It might even be a penalty for offside there if they do that, which they don't always do. Craig Atkinson in the comments, Troy. We'll let you respond to this. Luai is the difference. New South Wales is cool and clinical under Moses. However, they're hot-headed and penalties and errors with Luai. Troy, would you agree with that observation so far from Craig
that's probably
Atkinson?
that's probably just what Luai's like, isn't it? He's a bit of a mongrel and a bit of a pest on the field sometimes. So Moses is a bit more cool, calm and collected, I think. But, it's an interesting one. It would have been better with Moses in there, but obviously he's injured. Cleary's injured as well in this game as well. So, Latrell's doing
How injured is Cleary?
Nice.
Well, he you see that kick in the first half that he did? It was a shocker.
That's true. Yes. Brian To'o's in, boys. Out wide. Blues back in.
How good. Second try of the night for To'o.
Blues back in it. All right, let's just watch this one through. Is it just a shift? Queensland is short on the numbers here, aren't they? There he is. Luai just a shift. That's pretty regulation try, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nico Hines would have been able to set that one up, boys.
That was all Luai. Just kidding.
Well, that would have been Moses as well. So
it's just a catch and pass. Latrell's been quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done a couple of big kicks. He's done a couple of good tackles. He got caught out once before in the first half.
Yeah. He's hardly been the barnstorming game. Goodness me. If the Blues come back in this match, they're going to be talking about this forever, aren't they?
Well, yeah, being 20 points down at half time. Yeah, absolutely. 30 minutes, long time in rugby league.
All right, so what do we got going here in terms of gear and stuff, Troy? Geez, you got a lot of para gear set up behind you, don't you?
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, mate. So this is the ParraCave.
Absolute cave.
So there's I've got all my jerseys hanging up the.
Mate, you need some display with you, Troy.
Give him one, Boldo. He deserves one. Look at that.
Oh, goodness me. That is just...
they're all hanging up on the roof
collection.
there.
Oh, goodness me.
I even had to get a coat stand, hat stand.
Wow.
Are you sure that's not Peter Wynn's store? You sure that's not Peter Wynn?
Mate, it's funny you should say that because everyone who comes here, they say that too.
You sure that's not Peter Sterling or Brett Kenny's house?
I got the Hindy fridge here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Old Hindy.
That's a Hindy fridge.
What's the best piece of memorabilia you've got, Troy?
Oh, geez. Honestly, I don't know. But my favourite, because there's not another one in the world, is... Bear with me.
All right, as you pick that up, I'll tell the story of... Oh, yeah, what do we got?
Is this jersey here. So this is a jersey worn by Willie Tonga, but what makes it so special is it's got my name on the back. Now...
Yeah, right.
Oh, nice.
And you know the gambling laws in New Zealand, right?
Oh,
so you can't advertise gambling in New Zealand. Yeah. So at the time, Parramatta was sponsored by Unibet. So they ran a competition where you could have your nickname or your name on the back of a jersey. I was lucky enough to win one of those spots. They gave me some numbers to pick. So I picked Willie. And he was actually captain that day as well, which made it a little bit more special. And
Jeez, that's pretty good.
those photos there is of him wearing the jersey in the game.
Your name on it.
Jeez, that's a pretty good piece of merch.
So that's probably the favourite. But look, it's like trying to pick your favourite child, isn't it? There's a lot. So
no, that's pretty good. There's a Sharks historian, Ash Taylor. He has David Peachey's Super League jersey from 1997. His lone Australian jersey, and Peachey didn't even know where that jersey was, and so he managed to.
Troy, do you have anything from like the 1950s or 60s, like the old Parra days?
No, probably not that old, I don't think.
Yeah.
I might have. Yeah, no, probably not that old.
Mainly
they were still going through their Warriors phase. They were going through their Warriors and Sharks phase then, Levon. They just weren't winning anything. And then they had the 1980s. And you know what they are now, Levon? They're now back to their Sharks Warriors phase. They're now hanging out with us. It's like the Sharks had that 1 year.
Look, we haven't had
unfortunately, it'll be 40 years next year. So
who's the biggest loser amongst the three of us? It's got to be you, Levon, doesn't it?
Nah, come on, man. We've been in the comp 30 years. You guys have had.
Troy, are you going to put your hand up for that, or are we going to say the
Sharks?
Sharks?
I'm not going to say.
It has to be you.
All right. I'm the biggest loser. All right.
Do you measure it off premiership success?
Well, the Parra team in the 1980s was definitely the best team. This is.
Are we talking NRL era? Are we NRL?
Well, NRL era then it's pretty tough to shout to you, lads.
You got to give it to the Sharks to be most successful. Yeah. To get a premiership.
That's definitely true. Fifth tackle for the Blues is not Anthony Cleary. Kicks it from inside his own 40 metres, looking for a 40-20 that might be out on the full. This is going to be close. Jeez, he hasn't had a good night, Cleary, has he?
Nah, he's had a shocker.
That has landed just on the inside. He's gambled here. It's off the side of his foot a little bit. And that is on the line. Moses would have found
the Warriors and Parra would be even because we've both made 3 grand finals, see?
Yeah, well, what was you guys, 01, 09, 22, 22. Wow. Now we've only made 2.
The Warriors have only made 2.
So we're the worst.
Well, Sharks have only made 1.
Sharks
have only made 1.
You've made 1 and you won 1.
Yeah, but
fair enough.
You made 1, won 1, so...
Well, this fair thought to me, boys. I saw the Sharks. Lose. Hold on. I saw the Sharks lose 9 prelim finals in a row in my lifetime. So yeah, it was pretty damn painful. But Troy, how many? I guess you've made some grand finals in a row.
Which grand final was the most you felt the most heartbreak for? Because maybe was it 01? That one seemed like you guys were favourites against. What was it, the Knights?
Yeah, definitely 01.
You guys bombed that one.
Yeah, 100%. That was my first live Parramatta grand final, so that I went to, and yeah, I was devastated that night. 09 was a little bit different because we weren't expected to make it, but we did. 22, there was probably
there's going to be a penalty here. Yep.
A slight glimmer of hope in 22, but it was always going to be hard. But yeah, definitely 01.
Was the 21 team better than the 22? Because remember, you guys got robbed by the trainer in the Penrith. I thought that team was actually. I don't know if that team was better or not, but it was like a team that was. If you got that game, I think you might have had a good chance to go on.
Yeah, it was probably the start of it, I guess. The bit of a resurgence, but
what is wrong with your club? Is it the board? Because remember, it's always been the board. It seems been the big issue at Parra. What is the issue there?
Oh, I don't know. I just think it could be the fans who probably just, it's been so long since premiership success. So, it'd be a lot different if Parramatta had won a premiership in the last 5-10 years. Probably wouldn't be as bad as what it is. But look, I think we're in the right. Oh, 100%. 100%. Parramatta's the 3rd biggest city in New South Wales. And it should be a powerhouse club. I think it's on the way. The new centre of excellence is built up, so that should be a great thing for the future. Yeah, I don't know. It's been there and thereabouts. But this season hasn't been the best of seasons, but there's been glimpses of what's going to happen in the future.
Okay.
All right, New South Wales have given away a penalty here. Queensland 26, New South Wales 10. New South Wales just barely holding on. I would have think the Queenslanders would have taken the 2 points here, but they've not. They've elected to go for the try. You know how I feel about that. Carrigan with the hit up, Grant in the centre of the field. First tackle. Well, the next try score is going to be pretty critical in this game, really, aren't they?
Well, it definitely needs to be New South Wales. Well, they need, 2-3 tries to get back into it.
3 tries to go ahead.
Yeah.
Still in the rain, it's a little bit harder to score. Maybe they're thinking they can't kick it. I just would have thought 18 points up would have been very hard psychologically to come back from. Here we go. Here's a shift. No, New South Wales will deal with that. Ponga's been okay tonight, but without being brilliant. It's all been Munster.
Yeah, he has.
There's a shocker from Munster. There's an absolute howler.
Oh, what a shocking kick. Yeah, that wasn't any good.
He certainly stepped up as captain tonight, Munster.
Yeah. What have you made of Zach Lomax tonight, mate?
Oh, look, he's I think he had a bit of a brain snap trying to get Liero off him in the first half there with the elbow. Yeah, cost a penalty and probably might even cost him a couple of weeks on the sidelines, to be honest. Which might be, obviously no good for Parramatta, but look, he's kicked 1 from 2. Both have been near the sideline. He's chased bombs as well. He's gone okay, but other than that, you can't really say much because of that elbow to Liero's head.
I think that's probably right. Here we go. New South Wales 4th tackle. Payne Haas with a big hit up. Yeah, I just don't think they got the answers now, New South Wales, do they?
Nah, nice take. Nice take.
I think
nice take indeed.
I think Queensland have nullified Payne Haas as well tonight. Game
point,
1,
yeah.
he was unstoppable in game 1.
Yeah, I think that's right. All right, let's just catch up on some of these comments. Dominic saying Queensland need to defend like the Wars. The Wars have been good on the defence this season, haven't they?
Yeah, we've been real good this year.
Yeah, Rippin, one era, one in Ara, sorry, Rippin.
Here we go.
Billy Slater's marking magic. Oh, here we go. Queensland shift out to the left, tackled Kurt Capewell by Nathan Cleary.
What's up with these kicks from Munster? They're absolutely horrendous.
Adam Smart in the comments saying, if Queensland come back and win the series, it's as big as it is when Fatty wins. No, Adam, that is not going to be the case. Fatty winning will never be eclipsed. That was the greatest Origin win of all time. Massive. I lived through that one. I watched that one very, very closely. It was absolutely unbelievable.
Even if you listen to Gus, the way Gus describes it was huge. In Gus's eyes, it was one of the best.
It was unbelievable. Jazz has given Stormy a hard time. I think he's originally from Queensland and might have moved to New South Wales, Jazz. So maybe go easy on our friend Stormy. Sheesh, that rain from Tahi Bro. How good's Toilet Inspector? Just putting himself in here for a bit of shtick. So Toilet Inspector, when he was a little kid watching League, supported the Magpies because he thought they were the Kiwi team.
They got the same, pretty much the same strip, yeah.
The Magpies had a Kiwi player or two, didn't they?
Stephen Kearney.
Oh.
Stephen Kearney was one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you guys wish the Magpies had stayed, or was there never a chance of them surviving? Because they could have a big fan base now out in Liverpool. And
I think Troy's happy that they died in the arse, aren't you, Troy?
Yeah. No. We used to beat them convincingly. I remember going out to Campbelltown once for one of their last games. I think Parramatta won 66-12 or something. But
they were easy beats, weren't they?
They were the easy beats.
I mean, I've said all along. I reckon North, South, East, and West should still be in the competition. They were there, day 1. So
yeah, I can't believe they folded. I can't believe they a lot of them merged.
Yeah, that's true. I'll just answer this from you, Lucas Nathan. Sadly not. We don't have the rights to watch, so we're just watching along. If you want to watch live and you're overseas, what's the name of the website that you can watch it? WatchNRL.com is the website you watch internationally. And I think you even sign up for a free account for the first 7 days or something like that. Any other comments? Chaz, there's a lot of support for your Peter Wynn score. That definitely is Peter Wynn's store. Lol, far out.
That's true fandom right there. That's awesome.
And and the toilet inspector, that is an Eels museum, certainly right there. Pride and Joy, excellent. There's Mike Knight. G'day, Mike Knight. Bumble Tuner, not having fun yet. I thought you'd be used to losing matches by far. Mike Knight is a regular watcher, commenter on the ET stand. Hayden S. Boldo, I want to redo a Sharks and Warriors combined 13 to make me feel better after this game.
My fan base absolutely gutted still after that one.
Hayden, I don't want to do a combined Warriors Sharks 13 after that match. I'll just say I'm gonna take Talakai, and I'm gonna take Ronaldo Mulatalo and Britton Nicola, and Fanua Blake will be the players that make the combined team. That's it.
Nice take there.
There you go, Munster. He can kick it. He can catch a bad kick. But yeah, no, Hayden, you can bugger off. I'm not doing another Warriors combined 13. All right, now we asked this question before, Troy, when we had Rob from the On the Range podcast. Has there ever been a Warriors, Sharks, Cowboys player? And we found an answer was Chad Townsend. So has there ever been an Eels, Sharks, Warriors player who's played for all three?
I am trying to
I might
think.
have thought of one. Did Jeff Robson ever play for the Warriors?
Yeah, Robson played for us.
Oh, I've got it.
There you go.
Robson played for us.
You beat me to it.
I think Robson played. All the Wires fans will confirm that for me.
You beat me to it.
He played for Parramatta, didn't he?
He played for Parra as well.
Played in the 09 grand final.
Jeff Robson.
When you type in Jeff Robson, there's 3 photos. Him in Parramatta, him in a Warriors jersey, and him in a Cronulla Sharks jersey.
Oh, I shouldn't have answered that straight away and
Boldo. Yep, nailed it.
Should have seen if someone. I was disappointed. I didn't think of Chad Townsend.
Can we find another though? Is there another?
Another one?
Crichton's just in. Good on you.
Oh, here we go. Game on, baby. Stephen Crichton's in.
Let's get in. Get
the
in.
Penrith
Get
connection.
In. Get in.
What's
my
that
son.
try celebration there? Is that?
It's the
Brock Lesnar.
Grab the jersey, man. This game's starting to pick up now. I was kind of falling asleep, but
26 points to 14. We might actually have to start watching, Levon.
I think we might have to start focusing.
All the tries are out in the corner, but sideline conversions.
Oh, Sun Young coming with a gold. Is that right?
That's all right.
Jonathan
Zach
Wright.
Max. He'll nail it.
Oh, Jonathan Wright. Oh,
Jonathan
yes.
Wright might be another one.
Jonathan Wright.
Oh,
did he play for the Eels?
He did. He played in the 09 final series, I'm pretty sure.
Jono Wright. Jono Wrong. He also played for all 3 teams.
Oh,
Sun Young.
A little bit too. Yeah. Sun Young. Shout out to brother Sun Young, and I think he's in America, Chicago.
Jono Wright. Geez, that's a good answer. Is there another one?
Oh, jeez.
That's beautiful from Crichton. That is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, he's good. That was a harder try than any of the other ones.
That was a very hard try. He got to get that over.
Went through 3 defenders.
Come on, Lomax. Come on, son. Come on.
Here we go. Sun Young is on rugby league project here because Lattimore.
Lattimore
played for all 3 as well.
Oh no, off the post.
And he hits the upright. Shout out to you, Chris Kelly, my co-host on the ET's 10 podcast.
Two missed goals from Lomax.
26 points to 14. 12 points to go. I see that 2 points that Queensland didn't take. That might come back to bite them in the ass.
That was a good kick though, but just didn't swing enough. Oh, that's rough. Lattimore, Lattimore played for us for a little bit.
Mate, he played for St. George. He played He played for more clubs than
Wasn't
Slim
he-
Dusty, I think. He played for
He
the
was the
Panthers. He played
perennial-
for St George.
The bounce around player.
He was the perennial
I think he holds the record for the
perennial
most
interchange.
games played. Yeah,
Matches in interchange. Yeah, most
Yeah,
matches
yeah.
in interchange.
He played Dragons and who else did he? Oh my goodness.
Panthers as well.
Yeah.
Hayden, Cleary's kicking, not Lomax. Hayden, but yeah, Lomax got that kick last season.
Yeah,
Blues are looking up tempo. Oh, big hit from Val there.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
just
up for a little bit. It's picking up a little bit.
yeah, it's starting to look like a game. Here we go. Next try scorer is pivotal. I still think Queensland will win if New South Wales score next.
I think they'll find another try as well.
So this Blues jersey you've got here, Troy, that's got to be a 1997 style era jersey, does it?
This one?
From around then? Yeah,
This
how old's
one's
that one?
just this one's just a training jersey, and I think it's from about 1993-4. I think.
That's a
Yeah,
beauty.
right.
That is a beauty right
That one's the 2008 one.
Yep.
there.
It's like a Minicello one, that one, isn't it?
And I do have a a VB one, but the VB sponsorship's gone off it. But I think that
How
one's
did that
from
happen?
about what?
Was that
I don't
2011,
know.
2012?
Just
It's just
old
too much
age.
wear.
Just old age, I think. But yeah, I think that could be 20. Oh yeah, 15 maybe.
Antonia in the comments is
Yeah.
asking,
Oh,
did Justin Morgan play for the Sharks? I know he played for Parra, Eels and the Warriors. He did not play for the
I
Sharks.
don't think he did not play for the Sharks. I think assistant
Yeah,
coach
then-
up the Cowboys now.
And then 2.0 in the comments saying New South Wales 1 from 7 goal kicking in the series. It's like Nico Hines kicking from the right touchline. Come on, that's just mean. You're a
Except when he
Sharks fan
plays-
too.
Except when he plays Parra.
All right, here we are inside the 40. Cleary's going to go on the fourth tackle. They're going to go wide through Edwards has been nothing. Bring back Tedesco. Connor Watson's on.
I thought Tedesco would have played game one, to be honest, but
I don't know why they ever dropped Tedesco. Sharks got beaten by the Roosters the other day, and Tedesco was so much better than any player on the field. And just literally beat us single-handed. Yeah, this looks
that
like
does
a
happen, though.
yeah. Just don't you think this match just looks like a regular club match though, like a high quality one?
The quality is just chopped off.
I think it's
Yeah,
because there's
It's
just
wet
not as
weather,
many.
though, yeah, it's wet weather though, but
There's just not as many elite level players though anymore.
the thing that really annoyed
Like
me in
elite
the first
level
half-
players. Mm.
The thing
Much
that really
harder
annoyed
to
me in the first half was all the push and shove and no one throwing punches. I actually thought, what happens? Not that I condone it, but what happens if it's an all-in brawl? I mean, they're all not going to go in the sin bin, are they?
Not all of them, no. Oh, that's a. He's managed to.
they always usually send one off, Troy. They send one off, you know.
one from
like,
each team or two
one
from each team.
just
Queensland
to
are going to
balance
aim up
it
here
out.
in this defensive set. Here we go. Cleary takes a hit up himself.
Yeah, he's not 100% fit.
Yeah, it's certainly a different experience watching the doing this with a watch along. Here we go. On to Luai, kicking from inside his 20.
Oh, knock on, Hammer.
No, that wasn't a
yeah.
knock on.
Yeah, it was, bro. It was. It was off the arm.
Yeah, it was.
It definitely was, Boldo. It was.
No, I just hit him in the chest, didn't it?
Nah, you got a hand to it.
It came off his arm.
Oh,
Look.
toilet inspector. Oh, he's got another one. Blake Green, of
Blakey
course.
Green, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
How could we not have thought of Blake Green?
Jeez.
Blake-
Here to save the day. How
He
could
had
we have
more-
not have thought of
I think he had
Blake
more clubs
Green.
than
guy too.
he had more clubs than Lattimore, I think.
Oh, goodness.
Like,
He played at Melbourne.
Oh,
Played
Blake
at
Green.
Melbourne, Newcastle.
Blake Green.
Oh, yes. Melbourne,
Hayden S is
Newcastle.
asking us. Here we go. Hayden S in the questions. Question for you, boys. Favorite biffo you've seen from your respective clubs? I'll start with you, Troy.
Ooh. Nathan Highmarsh and Michael Ennis, maybe?
Oh, that's
yeah,
a
that
nice
was
one.
pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good.
When Hindy said in the press conference, I think, just because he's a grub.
Yeah,
which has been probably a pretty common word this week, actually.
Troy, we'll come back to the grub thing in a second. Levon, we'll get you to answer that question. Biggest punch on you've seen.
For us, it's always Campion Webkey. Go tall. Get in tall. Get in tall.
Oh, Tall's going to go in again here.
Get
Goodness me. Queensland versus New South Wales. Queensland 26. New South Wales hit back again. 26-18. Kick to come from the sideline.
It was Campion versus Webkey. And Campion got him. And you know when you grab the top of the collar and then you got control of pretty much the head? Whack, whack, whack. Like about 4 or 5 uppercuts and just knocked Webkey out. He was gone. Yeah, that was probably one of our best ones.
I always like it when the other team hits the Sharks and then they get sent off. I always much prefer that. I much prefer them.
Why don't you like you? You're so the opposite, man.
I just think I remember my favorite one was when what was the guy's name for the Storm in 2008? Hit Ben Ross. Can't remember who it was for the Storm. Their star forward at the time. But pretty much, Callan used to get in a few fights. This is a critical kick here from the sideline, isn't it? Is he going to kick this?
Come on, Lomax. You got to get this boy. It should be 24-26. Well, not really, but.
Toto.
Come on.
That's 3 tries for Toto.
3 tries for Toto, yeah.
All right, Troy, give us your take on Billy Slater. Grub or not grub? Give us the reason for why you think he's a grub.
Well, the karate kicks in the head.
The karate kick. He was the best karate practitioner I knew.
There's probably a few others in there, a few other things in there.
Danielson.
Probably upset a few people here, but he played for Melbourne as well.
Come on, Lomax, man. Come on.
Oh, Lomax misses after changing kickers.
Did you change to Latrell?
I'll go Latrell. He's clutch. I'll go to Latrell for kicking, yeah.
Nah, you get Lomax to kick.
Even though he's missed 3 from the sideline?
Even though he's missed 3 straight.
No, Cleary's missed.
No, Cleary hasn't
Lomax
kicked
has been kicking.
Yeah, Lomax kicked tonight.
Has Lomax been kicking as well? I thought Cleary was kicking.
No, it's all Lomax.
No, right, well then I don't know.
Cleary's
and I'm just trying to host the show and keep an I'm just trying to keep an eye on the show from you guys, like toilet inspectors.
I'm keeping you accountable. You're like, okay. I'm just trying to do my job.
I'm trying. Yeah, you watch the match. I'm just trying to call what happened here.
So yeah, has Lomax he's missed 3 straight, which is horrible. Come on, man.
Yeah, and it's funny because he nailed his first one.
Well, he's normally a pretty good kicker, Zach Lomax.
Yeah.
All right, Troy, as we get to watch the last 10 minutes of this match, we'll just ask you, mate, the Eels, are they done for the season or can they still make a run?
Sorry?
The Eels, are they done for the season or can they still make a run?
Well, the team doesn't think they are. And as you guys know, the ladder's pretty congested at the moment. So I think Parramatta, 2 wins outside the 8, I think. So
maybe even less.
Look, it's going to be hard now with Moses out for another 4 weeks.
2 wins out the 8.
Yeah, probably a little bit too tough.
No, it's going to be hard again with Moses out for another 4 weeks. Now, Lomax might get suspended from tonight as well. So we've got Titans, then Dragons, then bye. So, but if we can get those 2 wins and then the bye and get on a little bit of a roll, you never know. So, look, it's going to be tough though, but fingers crossed. We won't come last though. We won't come last.
Do you rate Riles? You're a fan of Riles and what he's doing? You think he's going to be a good coach next couple of years?
Yeah, I think so. I think all the players like to play for him, other than those that have left and moved on. But I think he's really setting up a good thing there at the moment. A lot of good connection between players, staff, and people that come into the club as well. So yeah, I think he's going all right. You can see the emotion in when he's coaching as well in the coach's box when players score tries and the like, which is good. And he's given a lot of young blokes a good chance. So yeah, at the moment, I like the way he's going. And look, it's only his first year too, so as head coach.
Yeah,
so,
give him some time. Give him some time.
Yeah,
Got to give all them. By the second year, you tend to get a handle on it. All right, Troy, we'll let you go, mate. Enjoy the last
No
10
worries.
minutes. Get
Thanks for
involved in
having
the
me,
comments,
guys.
and we'll
Thanks, Troy, man.
we'll no doubt catch
up.
up with you when the Sharkies play Parramatta.
So likewise, man. I think we got you guys towards the end of the season. We'll catch up.
Yeah, that's right. I think next year for the Sharks, but this year for the
Yeah,
Warriors.
Sounds
we'll
good.
catch
All
up,
right,
Troy.
legend.
See you, guys.
Thanks, Troy.
See you later.
See you, mate.
Bye.
Go the Eels. All right, that was Troy from the ParraCave Podcast.
Good man. He's good, man. Good man.
Yeah, he's good. Jeez, he's got some memorabilia, that guy, doesn't he?
Far out.
Oh, it's an incredible collection. Good. You just got to be in. Just obviously, I wouldn't want his collection, but the Sharks version of his collection would be absolutely
Are you a
terrific.
big collector? Are you a big collector, Boldo?
I've got a fair bit of
can't.
stuff.
Yeah, I can't collect heaps.
I've got a fair bit
love
of stuff.
To, but, yeah.
So I was going to ask. Obviously, Troy showed us his unique something. The most unique. I've got a signed Adam Ritson card. Who was my favourite Sharks player? You may not know him.
Adam Ritson,
he was a champion. He was a champion front row for the Sharks that switched to the Eels during Super League and was hitting a head high tackle and then got a brain injury and then had to retire. And then the coolest thing that I own, I actually own, so the famous King Wan restaurant from the Sharks. I've got the last menu from that restaurant. But let's really focus on this last 10 minutes as the Blues are on the attack here. Let's just focus on what's going to happen. So this was the watch along. So the point of the watch along is we're a bunch of rugby league buddies who support various different teams and host various different podcasts. So I'm joined by Levon, who's the host of the Waz Up TV YouTube channel. I'm Boldo from the ET Stand, the Sharks Fan Podcast. So we are watching State of Origin 2 with you. So get involved in the comments. Who do you think is going to win? Can the Blues come back? 10 minutes to go. Next try is absolutely pivotal. As Cleary in my screen is tackled a couple of meters out. The Blues are just peppering this line, aren't they?
Oh, no. Lomax, that's horrible. Horrible into that set.
That
wasted
is a bad
opportunity
end
there. Pretty wasted opportunity. Good survival mode from
I think that's right. Toilet inspector. There was one player whose game jocks you would collect and add to your memorabilia. Who would that player be? You know which ones I would want toilet inspector? There was, I can't remember who it was, but there was one where Danny Nutley from the Sharks wedgied the guy, actually ripped his jocks off and had them in his hand and then threw them away. That would be, I reckon that would be pretty funny to have them in your thing as like the wedgie pair that got ripped off. I reckon that would be pretty funny. Oh, Blues have recovered the ball here.
Oh, they're in the front. They're in front here. Come on. You got to fight for every
No, error. Geez, that was bad. So straight after that, Maroons have to. Well, this is just critical. This set, isn't it? Blues are going to score.
They keep going to pass short. I don't think that's the right option, but
the Blues. Oh, there we go. Spoiler alert. The Blues are going to score. Here we go.
Wow.
Connor Watson shifts to Cleary. They come back on the inside. There's Haas. Dylan Edwards is tackled. Not this play. Tina Patea saying, stay positive, guys. Up the Blues.
Oh, Luai, come on.
Cleary to Luai with the kick. Oh, the old Penrith connection. Is it? Or is that Angus Crichton?
No, Crichton. Beautiful. Mate,
that's a good
go
try. Here we
line.
go.
Oh,
Goodness me. 8 minutes to go. Queensland 26, New South Wales 22. Surely.
Oh, it's a rake.
How was
It's
that
oh, it's a
not an
one-on-one
illegal
rake.
strip?
It was a one-on-one. It was a one-on-one rake.
Yeah, no, it is that's a fair play.
Boldo,
Jeez,
can I get your
Luai,
opinion?
just this deft kick at the line. I don't think Mitchell Moses does that. Well called. Angus Crichton. Jeez, that's a clutch play, that one.
Boldo, can I get your opinion? Remember when one-on-one strip was you make the tackle by yourself and then you strip it? That's counted as a one-on-one. Do you rather that model or this one where you all go in 3 and then 2 jump out?
No, I think it's got to be one tackle because otherwise you have the problem with rugby league is you've got to remove the ambiguity, and so that one was borderline. Then that could easily be blown as a penalty.
That's what I'm saying. I preferred the old one where it was one-on-one. So if you went in for a one-on-one tackle and you stripped it, that was considered a one-on-one strip.
That's right.
And now
all right, gang. There's 8 minutes left. Zach Lomax was successful with the conversion. New South Wales down by 2 points. There's almost 100 of you watching in with us as we watch along the last 8 minutes of the State of Origin. Wales HQ in the comments is saying, I called the comeback, lads. Let's go Blues. Jazz Tomato, Angus with the only fan leg spread try. Perhaps if you are watching, do give us a like. Just helps us out.
Sorry, I'm going to lock in now. I've just been. This game has been kind of boring to me. It's great now. I'm really locked in. I'm watching every moment.
Oh, we are. Well, this is the fun of the watch along, isn't it, Levon? We just kind of chat and then just looking along, aren't we? All right, here we go. Who are they going to kick off to here? 4 consecutive tries to New South Wales. You could say that they've got the momentum. What a match. All right, here we go.
Come on.
Are you going for New South Wales here, Levon?
I'm thinking they can get it over the line now. Harry Grant did that on purpose. He absolutely does that on purpose. The dark arts of Melbourne, man. They know.
Here we go. Is that a? No, that could have been a. There he is, Isaiah Yeo. I can hear the commentators just going absolutely berserk here on my commentary. Someone in the comments tell us which commentators are going Burko here.
Clear of the big kick there.
Here we go, inside the 40. That's not going to be a 40-20 though. Ponga doesn't drop that one. Coates hits it up. 5 minutes to go. What do you got, Queensland? Can you hold on?
I thought there was a knock on. I thought there was a knock on from Valentine.
No knock on there.
This is a great matchup. This is a good battle.
Trent Larero's back on.
Larero's in.
Cut her off. Queensland have got to win. It's better for the game. 4th tackle to Queensland. Munster with the inside ball. Is that number 15, Lindsay Collins, taken on the 45-metre mark. Munster with the high ball bomb. Dylan Edwards gets under it. No, Dylan Edwards lets it bounce and then takes it on the second bounce and is tackled on about the 9-metre line. 5 minutes to go. New South Wales. Zach Lomax with the first hit up. Nathan Cleary in acting half. Brian wingers doing the hit ups because the forwards are going to be tired.
Got 2 more sets here. The Blues, they've got to really kind of get down the other end.
Oh, yeah, maybe 2 more sets after this, you'd think. Here you go.
Nice. They're going to get the repeat set there.
Oh, there we go. They'll get they will. That'll be 6 again. I'll take the ball back to where the knock-on was.
Oh, squeaky bum time for the Queenslanders. A little bit of squeaky.
What's squeaky bum time mean?
When you start to clinch. Sorry, I won't be so descriptive. My apologies. But you know what I mean.
Squeaky. Oh, I do now know what you mean.
Yeah.
Mike Knight's asking who's going to win. I think Queensland's going to win, Mike.
I think Queensland will hold out here.
Queensland's going to win.
Yeah.
There's no way Queensland could possibly not hold on here.
This would be the greatest comeback of all time. Of Origin
it won't
history.
be.
Well, 20 points down. You'd have to say.
Let's go look that up. Can someone in the comments let us know what's the greatest comeback in the history of State of Origin? And do give us a like, gang. I think I can see only 8 love hearts or likes. Give us some more likes, gang. And if you've got any suggestions for us on how we can make these watch-alongs better other than show the game, do certainly let us know. 3.5 minutes left. New South Wales on a shift to the left. Dylan Edwards to Latrell. Latrell's taken down by Tom Dearden. Geez, he needed to make that tackle. Dylan Edwards into acting half. Finds Luai. Luai is just going to spread it here.
Pass.
Yeah, that was a bit of a hospital pass, wasn't it? 4th tackle. Cleary, 5th tackle. Here we go. Luai again. Puts it up in the air.
Good hide. Knock on.
Oh, goodness me. Kalen Ponga drops the ball Will Kennedy style.
That's Will Kennedy right up.
Will Kennedy again. You don't see that Charles Nickel Clockstad. All right, Queensland are going to challenge this call. What is Munster saying here?
Let's say disruptor, surely.
Mike Knight through with the Captain Obvious comment. This is the Blues' chance. Thanks, Mike. I would not have worked that out without you. Saying that the Blues love you, Mike. Here we go.
Knocks it forward. Yep, towards his own goal line.
I don't know if he does, but they will rule that a knock on.
Because he's moving.
They will rule that a knock on.
Yeah,
they'll rule that a knock on.
Yeah, he knocks it into himself forward, so towards his head.
Yeah. Oh, imagine if New South Wales score here. Clyde Luan's calling it. I need a magic from Blues. All right, this challenge is going to be unsuccessful. New South Wales are going to retain possession. 6 tackles, 10 metres out. Can New South Wales score and break Queensland hearts?
I think you go early here. Maybe one off the scrum base or...
No, you just try and pressure him for the...
You reckon?
Yeah, you just try and pressure him for the... Roll it on the in goal. Try and get the repeat set. Go again. Put the bomb up for the last play of the game. See Kelly in the comments saying that was knocked back. I can see your point, Kelly. I do think that was knocked back.
Now, Kelly, the problem is when you're going forward, even though those technically look like they're knockbacks, they actually.
All right, blue scrum. Players on each side. 4 set to the left with Jerome Luai. They go that way.
Go. Stay in tall.
Oh, geez, they needed to make that tackle. Rob coming through in the comments saying, yep, that was knocked back. Of course, you would say that, Rob, from On the Ranch podcast. All right, second tackle here. Isaiah Yeo on the 10-metre line. Queensland getting back into the defence as quickly as they can. They go left with Cleary. No, they get to Queensland. Have got enough players over there to hold on to that.
Good defence.
Here we go. Third tackle. New South Wales on the attack. That's just going to be a settling hit up here from Isaiah Yeo. 4th tackle. 2 minutes left.
Nothing there.
Cleary again. Oh, I don't know about this play, but all right.
Defense is too good from the Queenslanders.
That's true. 5th tackle. What are we going to get here?
Knock on.
Oh, goodness me.
6 again. Oof. Can they hold
Xavier Coates, from what I can tell. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. New South Wales on the attack on the 20-metre line. As the first man is tackled, that's number 5, Zach Lomax. Connor Watson. Guess I'm going to have to call this Ash style, aren't I, Levon?
Call it, man. Call it.
Call it. All right, we can try and do this. All right, second tackle, Connor Watson. It's going to go to the right-hand side with Cleary.
Knock on.
Who finds Payne Haas, who knocks it on forward. Oh, Payne Haas. Oh, so much for being the New South Wales best forward. That might be enough.
That was it. That's it. Oh, they're going to challenge. Nah, you can't win that one.
Here we go.
Flooding in all the Queenslanders.
I'll answer that question. I'll answer that question after the match, Toilet Inspector. Here we go. New South Wales are going to challenge this one. This is not going to be successful.
Nah, not successful. Game over.
Just knocked out in the process of handling the ball. All right, 1 minute and 14 seconds to go. Surely Queensland can't blow this. You know who could blow this from here, Levon? Sharks could stuff this up, especially if we were playing the Warriors and bloody Sean Johnson. We'd find a way to kick it on the third, and bloody Johnson would run the length of the field or something else. 1 minute and 14 seconds to go for Queensland versus New South Wales, gang. Munster's going to feed the scrum. Queensland are going to shut up shop here, but they can't afford to do that. They don't have such a low amount of time left. But I think Queensland
this is
are
one
going
where
to
you go, you try and keep them down their end. If they kick it back, you try to get back to halfway and you take a 2-pointer to Latrell. That's all you can do. It's just too much.
Yeah, that is what you do. That is what you do.
I think it's game over.
I think so. 40 seconds.
Kick it out in the full. Capewell will take his time. Oh, he keeps it infield. Okay. So you just got to get up to halfway, and then Latrell takes a shot. That's all you can hope for. Oh, Edwards drops it. Game over.
Game over. Oh, they're going to be excited, the Queensland guys, aren't they?
Series is it's going to be a good. It's going to be a good finish. Good on them defending that. They had to defend it.
They did defend that quite well, didn't they?
There it is.
All right, Queensland wins. Good on you, Rob. There we go. Rob, stop talking. Queensland got all some points. Rob got excited. Probably got all settled down to watch. And then
the best one is Southside. Southside just popped out, but for about a good 30 minutes, Southside was hiding away, and now he's back in the air.
Just comes in. Oh, that's very true.
Fair enough.
All right, gang, get your man of the match comments in for this state of origin. Geez, they're happy in Queensland, isn't they?
Look, I'm going to have to go back through the chat and see at this point for the best comment. Are we still going with the Townsend one so far?
I think we are going with the Townsend one.
When it came out and it dropped it, I was like, whoa.
That was fantastic. That was
fantastic.
That was certainly very good. All right. That was the watch along. So that was good fun. All right. So New South Wales beaten 24 points to Queensland's 26. Toilet Inspector in the comments saying game 3 is going to be epic. I need to draw the prize. So, who was it who commented? Stuart? Not Stuart.
It was the V. It was a V or no?
V.
Let's have a look.
V commented on Chad Townsend. If we can go find that one.
I'm
sure it was V.
Is it V? Do you know V from your chat?
I don't know V.
Oh, yeah, there is. V, 10:40 p.m. 10:40 p.m.
10:40 p.m. All right, V, you are in the draw.
V,
we are going to draw right now. So if V wins, I'm not sure who V is. So it'll be funny if V wins and then never gets in touch with us ever again. But I think V will. V's too knowledgeable. What was it? 10:40. Oh, that's going to be 8:40 my time, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, 8:40. 8:40. Like
I'm looking at 10:40. I'm like, it's not even 10:40 now. 8:40. Yeah. Here we go. Where are you, V? 8:40. V, there you go. Chad Townsend. Yeah. V is watching through your stream.
Very nice.
Levon, so that is one of yours. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing that screen, remove that. All right, gang, so this is the prize. The winner of this gets the unit from our friends at displayware.com.au. If you want to display your jerseys in your house, like I've got set up, it's a unit that looks like this. You can put your jersey over the top of it and it easily hangs on your wall, and then you can easily take it off. Costs about $150 for anyone who's got a ParraCave set of jerseys. It's a good way of certainly showing your jerseys. So I'm going to hit stop screen, and then I'm going to present and add this one to the screen. Let's go window. Let's add this one. I don't know how this is going to turn up on the screen. Don't want that way. Let's edit that and just certainly make it bigger. Hold on a second. Got to make you and I smaller, Levon.
Maybe change your layout. It'll immediately.
Yeah, no, I can do it. Don't worry. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Don't worry, my friend. We'll make this work. As he makes Mate, this is just the magic of the internet, really, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
All right, let's just put that in the middle. All right. Okay, so everyone who's in there, you can see we've got Stuart Campbell, Ben Turner, James Munro, Toilet Inspector, SJD, Samoan Metalhead, Darbs, Hayden S. You're in the draw. Stuart Campbell, you're in there twice, and V. So I'm going to press this button, and then that is going to reveal the winner, and then the winner is going to get in touch with me via or V or Levon, and we'll work out how to send you out your prize. You ready, Levon?
Yes, let's go.
Oh, let's go. The winner is.
Drum roll.
How good is this? The winner is. Oh, it's going to be Toilet Inspector. Yes, Toilet Inspector.
Get on, you
You
Inspector.
legend.
Easy
All right,
being
Toilet
here.
Inspector, you absolute legend of a human being.
Good on you.
Toilet Inspector, you have won the unit from displayware.com.au. You'll have to send us a picture of that and show us how that looks in your place. Levon, you've got Toilet Inspector's details here.
Yeah, I can get a hold of Toilet Inspector. Let me know, Mr. Inspector. Did you answer his question as well about the origin?
No, yeah, we will get to that. All right, so
Okay,
Toilet
okay.
Inspector,
Oh,
you
yeah.
are the winner.
Yeah. Inspector,
Let's
get a
get
hold
to
of me, message me in the Discord.
And we'll
wherever
get
you
you
can find me.
your prize. Well done, Toilet Inspector. You've been a great commenter over the time. So we'll do that prize again. I think we might do that for game 3, Levon, just for the best commenter. I think we'll just do that for the whole.
There's some gold comments out there. Great. And
Yeah,
the
they're awesome.
Inspector's very good commenter too.
Inspector is one of the great commenters. So Inspector did ask me, have I ever been to a match? And the answer to that was yes, I have been. I went to the COVID match. I was at the Joey Johns return match, actually. That one was a bit bittersweet for me because obviously being a Kamali fan. So I didn't really love that one too much. So that kind of sucked. But State of Origin's always a great time. So I think we'll come back, Levon, for game 3, won't we?
We will, man. We will, absolutely. That was a good night, man. And great guest too. Rob was great to meet him. He was fantastic.
Stormy is always good, isn't he?
His analysis is on point, and ParraCave, Troy, mate, you got the connections, Boldo, and they're good people, man.
They're just much better than my lot, aren't they?
Nah, he can't beat your guys, bro. We love Let's, CK, Franco. Look at Franco. He's got all that stuff in the background. He's got those what's he got? Books
he's
with
like
DVDs? What is
he's
he?
like
He's an encyclopedia of
comic books. Loves it.
Comic books, and then you got Williams, who's an
Absolutely
absolute geek. Yeah, absolute.
Oh, yeah,
freak of a
Williams,
geek.
he's very good. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Beautiful,
Toilet
bro.
Inspector saying appreciate.
Inspector, message me if you're in the Discord or find me. You know where you can find me on Instagram or whatever. Message me and get the details.
Oh, Toilet Inspector, you can just go click on the link to the Discord channel for the Sharks page in our YouTube channel. And
go that way too if you want to
just go there. Just contact me through the Discord, mate. It's probably the easiest way. And to enter that for Virginia, the Queensland Maroons won State of Origin 2, 26 points to 24. Very lopsided set of halves, really, with Queensland just literally holding on at the end. All right, Levon. Well, mate, good to see you. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Good luck to the Warriors for the rest of the season. And that was the ET Stand and Waz Up TV. And we'll see you again for State of Origin 3 for a watch along. Until then, go the Waz and up Cronulla.
Up the Sharks. Up Cronulla. See you guys.
See you guys.
For over 50 years, people have come to see the Sharks play. Talent, skill, speed, intelligence, elite level athleticism. That's not these guys. Biased, one-eyed, opinionated, more often wrong than right. They make up for their complete lack of talent with pure dribble, gibberish, and enthusiasm. This is the ET Stand Podcast.